Okay, I think we did it. Are we live?
Are we live?
Chat, you'll have to tell us if we're live.
And if you can hear us,
and
more
if you,
importantly.
if you can hear us.
Figuring out this audio. So make sure we have Clint here monitoring the chat.
Yeah, monitoring the chat. If you say we're live, I'll believe you, but it's not up here on mine yet. So we'll see. Oh, Tom, we are live. Okay.
Tom the Gamer says we're live. Paper and Light is here. What's up, man?
I'm gonna do this real quick. Don't worry, I'll get there.
Cutthroat's here.
Yeah,
Bill
Cutthroat,
Hex.
Control X, Throat. It took Ray forever, and she had to tell me that it's actually Cutthroat.
He was like, Control.
Oh yeah, I gotta mute that. Let's turn that down. Okay, there we go.
All right, we did it. We're live.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Okay, well,
look, a little logo.
Yeah, shit show live. This is rad.
we sound like the oldest group of people doing a stream. We're just like,
We
look at
figured
this.
it out.
It's
We
magic.
figured it out.
We did it.
We're young in our minds, but I just turned 40. And I'm over here like, I think it's right. Yeah, here we go.
This is like when you do a Zoom call, and everyone's like, hi, so-and-so, can you mute? Can you please, everyone can hear you.
I hate that. Like, and someone just is not self-aware at all that they're not muted, and they're just over there. just like
blowing your nose.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus
Their
Christ.
kids are running around in the background.
One time I turned off my camera so I could blow my nose, and I forgot to mute.
That is amazing.
Hi, everybody. I think we're all working here. Can everybody hear us?
So far, according to the chats, and Miles Callahan, thank you so much for congratulating us on a 5-year anniversary.
Thanks, Miles.
Thank you for your super chat.
Yes. Thank you all for joining us. This is our live stream for the 5th anniversry of It Was a Shit Show. So 5 years ago today, the Iron Man video first posted. And oh my God, we're here! Like, who would have thought?
Yeah, it's crazy. It feels like it hasn't been 5 years, but then it also does feel like it's been 5 years.
We were young then.
I know, just bright-eyed.
We knew technology.
Bushy-tailed.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say we've gotten better at technology. Ironically,
I mean, you all have. I just come here and show up. I'm like, oh, this looks great. Well done. Yeah. Good job, you two.
So we're gonna do a bunch of. We had that survey up for everybody to give us their favorite moments and ask us some questions, and then vote on their favorite episodes. And we're gonna start going through those. And Jenny Ray went through all the questions and picked all of the her favorite ones. And and a lot of them you guys asked the same question, so we can combine them all. There are some questions about the making of It Was a Shit Show, but as of right now, 3 minutes ago, on our Patreon, we did put up our 2.5 hour episode of the making of It Was a Shit Show was a shit show.
That was fun.
And we go through a whole bunch of the shit that happened behind the scenes, from a custody battle with the previous channel to some plagiarism and a bunch of stuff like that. And it will go over how Ray and I met, how we met Clint, where the genesis of Shit Show began, and all the things in between. So all the questions that are related to that, we are just throwing off to the side because we answer them all right there. It is a little bit of a spicy video because we do throw some people under the bus, and that's why it's Patreon only.
Patreon exclusive. You have to subscribe to hear the spice.
Yeah. So we're going to go through a bunch of this stuff and...
Yeah, so like Ian mentioned, we sent out a survey because we knew a handful of people couldn't be here for the stream, so we wanted to get as many questions as possible and as many of your favorite shit show moments as possible. So that's either something that was like your favorite thing from the past 5 years of the show, or like even just a memory that you had, a fond memory of what you were doing while you were listening to the show. Mm-hmm. So we've got a few of those to go through. And if we did not answer your question, because there was a lot, and like thank you everybody who filled out the survey, there was a lot of questions. And if you want to ask something in the chat, Clint will also be monitoring the chat. So
as best as I can.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm distracted by this one that says, yes, audio is fine, but the guy wearing the hat looks weird.
I think that every episode.
I have a backup hat.
You can't do this to Clint on a live stream. Okay?
Well, no. Then experimental nub comment says he's still a snack though. So thank you.
Yes.
But we did
Hat
get another hat daddy. We did get another super chat though from Tom the Gamer. Happy 5-year anniversary. I thought I was going to be late as work ran long today, but I was able to finish and get here in time. Congrats on the 5th year anniversary, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Before we get started.
Ooh, we
So
got some bubbles.
I would say this is a gift from Nicole. But it was more that we were at her house and I was talking about champagne. She was like, "Hey, I have the champagne that I'm not drinking."
We're calling it a gift though. That
Yeah.
she gifted it to us for our 5th anniversary. Oh my God! Please, be careful.
I want it to just.
Oh my God! I'm so scared.
I'm scared too.
Right in the lens. Right in the lens.
That would be amazing. This is suspenseful. Here we go. Oh.
Woo! Oh yes, we did it.
All right, we did it. All right. 12 a.m., guys.
So 12 p.m.
Yep.
Yeah,
Here
this
we go.
is look. Everyone, it's an excuse to get a little bit day drunk.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you to a friend of the podcast and patron Nicole for the
thank you,
champs.
Nicole.
Oh, we're rocking all of our we'll get to this at the end a little bit, but we're rocking all of our shit show merch today. Clint's wearing a hat that's
This is the best hat in the world.
it says
I don't care if I look weird.
Clint, one of the podcasters
Yeah.
of all time.
It's from a comment that was on one of our videos that just says lived in my brain rent free for years now. Because I talk about how I had another podcast, right?
Yeah.
I think I talk about that a little bit.
No.
This is you all get to now see live just how I'm treated.
The shit that Clint
The
goes
shit I
through.
get. Oh yeah. Talk me out, Jesus.
Yeah, we'll just
Oh
use
my
up
God,
the
this
whole
whole
bottle.
thing is we're
Here
gonna
we
be
go.
like burping into these microphones.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what they're here for. Is
Yeah, that's what they
live.
pay for.
Yep.
It's ASMR.
coffee.
Nothing.
Yes, paper and light into coffee mugs into official. It was a shit show.
Yeah,
coffee mugs.
I mean, that we do have champagne glasses, but they do they say fuck on them.
Oh, I mean, it still drinks the same, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So do we want to do a toast?
Oh yeah.
All right. So if you at home have something to toast us with, so here's to 5 years if it was a shit show.
Years. Woo!
I get
Yeah, there
yeah.
you go. Do it again. There we go.
All 3 of the logos. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, that's bubbly.
That's really tasty.
Ooh,
That is good.
it's very
Thanks,
sweet.
Nicole.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we're gonna get into some questions. So I will start us off. So we'll each read a question, and then we'll go through, and we're gonna each share one of your favorite shit show moments.
Okay.
So, this one made me laugh really hard. If you 3 can compare yourselves to the SpongeBob trio, who would be SpongeBob, who would be Patrick, and who would be Squidward?
I mean,
I think
it's so easy.
that is very
so
easy. And I don't even watch the show.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't really watch it either, but
You would be SpongeBob. I would be Patrick, and you would be Squidward.
yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew Ian was a Squidward for sure, but like between me and you, I wasn't sure who was the SpongeBob.
Well, because
and
he's
who
the
was
curmudgeon,
Patrick.
I'm the lovable doofus, and you're the bubbly bright side of things.
Aw, but you can.
And
Okay,
the,
well,
and the
I'll take
brains
it.
of the
I'll
group?
take
Is
it.
SpongeBob the brains?
Sure.
No, Sandy the squirrel is kind of the
yeah,
brains of
okay.
the group.
Ah,
but
we're
Sandy, but we only can do those 3.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say that definitely like the brains of like the SpongeBob Patrick duo is SpongeBob,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even though he's a little bit also of a lovable doofus.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Squidward, we got Patrick, we got SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I'm a freaking huge SpongeBob fan, so I was like, I gotta
I think
do
I
this
have seen, like, as far as like time, like duration goes, maybe 1 episode, like of just bits and pieces, clips here and there.
You gotta watch it, bro.
Yeah.
That is one of the shows that I weirdly quote all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just constantly.
Yeah, we're 40.
Yeah. That show's been on half our lives, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. All right, Clint.
Yes. Okay.
Hit us with a question.
First question from mine.
Oh, and we did forget in the survey to ask for names at
Oh, yeah.
the start.
Until
and
like
then-
halfway through.
And then halfway through. So, like, if we don't have your name, we're sorry.
2 Crow 48. Congrats on 5 years. Here's to 50 more. Thank you, 2
Oh,
Crows.
thanks, Two Crow. Two Crows.
2 Crows.
2 Crows. lives.
All right.
Thank you.
So this question is from the Hunter JK, and I do not appreciate this question. Can I replace Clint when you inevitably dispose of him? You have to live close because they're not going to do remote for you. You have to be able to take their shit and
dish
it
it
back out.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe,
but we cut out all your dishing out.
Yeah,
Fuck,
that's
we
true.
So anytime you have a good comeback, we're like, no,
nope,
you can't have a moment. You can't have it.
Can't do it.
Maybe our 10th anniversary will be like live open auditions for Clint's replacement.
That'd be amazing. And I'll be there too, like
No,
He's
you'll
just like,
be there
I
too.
don't
It's
know.
like that story about like Charlie Chaplin like entered a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest and he got like third.
that's amazing.
So you should go there and just put
Yeah.
like some prosthetics
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Then
He's
see
like,
if-
Fake
like,
nose.
No, fuck that guy.
Put
Fuck that
put like a little bit of like a wig on, but then like shave it.
Well, he kind of seems like Clint, but he's got a lot of hair.
Yeah. Yep.
guy. You have a seeding hairline.
Yep. Yeah. It just keeps going further down. Look like one of the Planet of the Apes.
Just connects with his eyebrows at some point.
It's just one big hairpiece. It just goes all the way back.
Okay, I got one from John C. I noticed a few random deep cut Bare Naked Ladies band references in episodes. Are you guys big fans? That's weird. I don't know if have I? I am. I'm a huge fan. Obviously, they're not as it's been good since Stephen Page has left, but I would probably say they're still my favorite band. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan through marriage. I have
true.
adopted them as a band that I love. I couldn't think of any references either, but it wouldn't surprise me because
If I was just like saying it.
If
Yeah.
there was a reference in there. But I love that. I love that question because it's like people are picking up on our little
Right.
inside
Yeah.
inside weird
Or just-
references.
yeah, the random shit that you would just say. I literally can't think of anything, but
I
shout out to our Canadian friends.
Yeah.
I know of them. I know a song or two.
What I love about Bare Naked Ladies, real quick, is that almost none of their songs sound the same.
Yeah.
They all have a unique sound to every one of them, and I love that.
Yep.
I think that is and also that not all their songs are about love or heartache or anything like that. They have all kinds of random shit that they talk about.
Oh my God, Paper and Light. It's been
It's
one
been-
week.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's Canadian.
Oh
He
yeah.
gets it.
Oh, there you
we
go.
got
Very
little
cool.
maple leaves. Yes.
All right. Favorite moment?
Oh yeah, favorite moment. Oh, do we have anything in the chat to follow up with first?
Let's see. I got a question that I didn't ask. Did a Clint's Closet segment had to be scrapped because Clint didn't have anything for the podcast? For this live, I asked, and they said we don't need to do one because we have gifts that looks like they were going to be opening. So
little bit later.
A Clint's Closet for this episode was scrapped. But if you want to think about it, like we're all wearing new It Was a Shit Show apparel, so it was a shit show's closet.
Yeah. But you did a new Clint's Closet episode
yes,
for Patreon.
For
this
Patreon,
week.
I did do a new Clint's
Yeah.
Closet episode. So if you're on Patreon, you will see that new Clint's Closet episode.
Yeah, that will be up tomorrow, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Okay, so for favorite shit show moments, Patricio said, my favorite shit show moment was when Ray realized that Sean Connery was dead.
That's the gift that keeps on giving.
I was
That's
like,
never it's unlike Sean Connery, that's never going to die.
listen, it was COVID. It was crazy times. A lot of shit happened. But I was like legitimately like, what?
Yeah.
Like I like did not know.
Yeah.
It's hard to pay attention to. Yeah. So anyway.
Cutthroat says classic favorite running theme of Sean Connery. Sean Connery's death.
Yep.
The death of a cinema icon, and we're just like, yeah, that's so funny. He's fucking dead.
I know. But no, it was like more just like I was legitimately shocked.
Yeah.
Like I just was like, what?
That's
Like,
so
I have no
funny.
idea.
That was amazing.
Okay, you got one?
Yeah. Favorite shit show moment. This was from one of our listeners. The one moment that stood out to me most was during the James Bond episode, talking about the curse of Bond and how eventually the store derailed into you all joking about how someone lost their bologna sandwich because part of a studio blew up.
Yeah.
I've listened to that
Yeah.
so many times.
Often.
It's so funny. We weren't even drinking for that episode,
No.
and we lost
were
our
losing
minds.
our minds laughing so hard. Normally, I don't like to keep that much like self-indulgent laughter in the podcast because I feel like it gets annoying.
Yeah.
But that one, like, we couldn't breathe, and we were like still doing the and I'm like, I'm just leaving this in, whatever, fuck
were in
it.
tears.
We did
We
actually
were-
cut it down. We did cut down like the
A
like
little bit,
longer
yeah.
pauses. So that's even like the
cut down
shorter
version.
of it.
Yeah.
And that was one of those things where I don't even know what made us just like
I think I don't.
finally break down.
It was just so fucking stupid and like silly.
So ridiculous.
But that one that came up as a favorite moment for a lot of people. Like that one was like probably the most common. They're like the James Bond episode with like the name puns, the bologna sandwich story, and it just I don't know. I think it was the absurdity of it that had us laughing, but I'm really glad that everyone else liked it and thought that moment was funny
that was
too.
so funny.
Yeah, I don't revisit podcast episodes really much at all.
Oh, I do. I listen to there's 3 that I go back to all the time, and the James Bond one is one of them.
Yeah, but I do every once in a while go back to that and go, because I sit there and go, how fucking insane were we? And then you go listen to it and you're like, wow, like we really lost it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were pretty insane.
That was really funny.
And I mean, I usually just go to that spot, so I have no idea what the first
the rest of it is,
like,
yeah.
Is the first half even remotely interesting? I have no idea.
That's amazing.
That's great. But yeah, I would imagine that was a lot of people's favorites. Okay. For me, let's see. I have one here in the Theodore Rex episode. Favorite moment. After explaining all the lawsuits, Ian reminds everyone the movie hasn't even been shot yet.
Yes, that's right.
I remember that. Like half the episode, we were just like, "You're like, you guys, they haven't even started shooting," and we're like, "What the fuck?" Like it was already the biggest shit show.
Leading up to the filming, right? We got a message here from Jesse Dolan. Ian, you should do a behind-the-scenes vlog of the podcast episode, like
Behind the scenes?
like you. I'm guessing like you editing, researching, like documentary style, maybe.
Oh man,
It would just be me, just like looking like this,
yeah.
nerd-necking.
I was gonna say like it wouldn't be that exciting.
There's just a lot of me reading a bunch of stuff over and over again, and then going, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Is anything news happen? No? All right. Guess I'll keep watching this YouTube video. Oh, I should keep going.
Oh yeah, I was writing.
I know, maybe you should do an Instagram live down here, and you can show off.
That's a great idea.
Oh yeah, we can show off our little studio.
We did get one question here. Is what's it like for Clint when you cover one of his favorite movies? When you did like Blues Brothers or The Crow?
Oh.
I have learned my lesson to not come in showing too much excitement for it. Because
we will squash it.
Yeah, because then I'll inevitably like come like, all right, see you later. Like I'll out the door. As soon as the door shuts, I'm like, no,
Charlie Brown walk.
No. The great thing though about doing the show with you two is that because you both love film, but because I love film, and we're also like to each their own kind of mentality. That like I can say, oh, I thought that movie was amazing, and you're like, that movie was utter dog shit. Like we could still like have that like.
Yeah.
I don't get mad at you for calling one of my favorite things bad, or Ray for thinking that Blues Brothers was dumb. Like, well, we all balance each other out, I think. We're all very kind to each other about our movie preferences.
No, I think it was kind of interesting when on a Patreon episode, our dating game one, that we were trying to figure out if there was something that you and I disagreed on, and it was like if you like it, I might not like it.
Yeah.
But if I like it,
I'll
will
like
probably like it.
Yeah. I just had one other quick comment real quick from comment from Tim Dominguez referring to me, best boss I ever had. Like you worked for me.
Oh.
Yeah, so hey Tim, thank you.
What up, Tim?
So you're stacking the chat. I see how it is.
He forgot that I was in the show. He messaged me on Instagram and was like, I was listening to my favorite podcast and I heard your voice. And I thought that voice sounds familiar. And then he watched one of our episodes. He's like, "Oh my god, that was my boss."
Wait,
so random.
where were you his boss?
When I was working at the registrar's office.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. University of Utah
Thanks for joining
representing.
us.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to questions here. So then my next question is from James M. He asked, if you could turn one of the behind-the-scenes shit shows into a film or movie, like last year's Saturday Night, that's the movie about Saturday Night Live, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Which would you choose?
I mean, there's the easy one.
Should we say it together? Empires of the Deep.
Yes. Yeah. That one, I was gonna like. That's the one that I remember us being like, "Oh my god, this story is infinitely more interesting
whatever
than
Yeah.
whatever the movie was gonna be." Like, that's a crazy story. But I do also remember us talking about Surviving Christmas
Oh yeah.
and the story of like that woman who like became obsessed with the movie production and it like
was,
took over
bringing
her
him-
life
yeah.
and it like became her whole personality. That would actually be a really funny way to like put a spin on like a holiday movie where it's a holiday movie, but then also they're filming a holiday movie and then it becomes about like this woman who is like overlooked by her family or whatever, and she's just like, this movie is my life. Like, that would actually be really fun.
See, I want it to be like a psychological thriller or like a horror
could
movie
work,
where she
yeah.
like ends up like people on set like start dying. She's like, oh, I can take over for that person. Like some electrician was like found dead. She's like, oh, I know how to run these cables.
Ooh, I like that. That's
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Working your way up.
Literally working her way up.
It's called On Set. I don't know.
Ooh,
Literally like writes itself.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great. Make it so. We'll make it happen.
I don't know. Like, there are a bunch of other really good ones. I think the food fight would be kind of interesting, where you're working with just an insane boss. It would be like you could do like an Office Space kind of thing,
Yeah.
where he's like, make it 30% more awesome.
Yeah.
You know. And
I
it's
mean,
like,
some
what the
kind
fuck
of-
does that mean, bro?
Right?
Yeah. A biopic about Godfrey Ho and like
Oh my
his whole
God,
enterprise
yes.
and how they like the Ninja Terminators of the world came into being. That would be
Yeah.
really good.
Godfrey Ho, my idol.
Yeah. Clint's idol, Godfrey Ho.
But only in like the innovative stuff they did. None of the shady shit. Like
Yeah.
burning down an office and
Right,
all
right,
that
right.
stuff. Yeah.
In the just pure like chutzpah that it took for him to just be like, yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna shoot the same movie 10 different times and like cut it into like 70 different movies like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
The
would be kind of
gall.
like Disaster's Artist or
Yeah.
Ed Wood.
Oh yeah.
Where, yeah.
All
Ooh,
right.
Yeah, there's a good bunch of good ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next question from AJ Fritz. What's your favorite movie you've watched for the show?
Ooh, I mean, we do have these two posters, which
Oh,
are
yeah,
coincidentally,
yeah.
I just had these, and we decided just to put these into the frames. Thank you, Paper and Light, for recommending the helping with some
Yes.
of this stuff. But yeah, these two are some of my favorite movies ever.
This
I love
one's
Batman
this one's
Begins.
Let's you can't really see it. This one's Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters. You
Paper
can
and
really
Light
see
just commented, said sick posters.
it. He would know.
Let's see, favorite movie that we've covered that
Well, Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers. I mean, Ghostbusters is always up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Blues Brothers.
I'm trying to think of my favorite one, or like one that I was just like, oh, I'd never seen that before, but I really liked it.
The Good Dinosaur.
No.
Um,
Nah.
well, one we have coming out, our next episode, you would
Oh yeah.
do like. you
Our
were
next
like-
episode, wait for it. I was shocked that I liked this movie.
Hmm.
So I don't want to, should I tease what it is? Do you
Yeah,
care?
I mean, let's just tease that it has Ben Affleck. In
It's
so
a
that's-
Ben fucking Affleck movie.
And then Jenny Ray was kind of like, oh,
I was like, ugh.
and then was like, I really liked it.
Oh, there you go.
No, it's kind of random. I just kind of choose to. I think it was interesting. So right now I'm working on the Dark Universe video, and it talks about The Mummy with Tom Cruise, and every fucking person is just like, "Oh my god, that movie's god awful." And then me and Jenny Ray watched it, and I was like, "Just be prepared, this is going to be terrible." And then we watched it, and we're like, "This wasn't that bad."
Like, it's fine.
Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't that. So I think it's kind of funny watching stuff. Actually, you know what? I have a better answer. Ninja Terminator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could watch that out over and over again.
So fucking good.
Ninja
Tiny
Turtles,
robot.
great.
Tiny robot delivering you VHS tapes
That's what I want. Everybody in the chat now is like just naming a bunch of different
of
Ben Affleck movies.
movies.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that they were.
So far, it has not been guessed.
Yeah. Nope.
It's a lot of good. We got like Armageddon, Batman, Jersey Girl, Paycheck. Nope. Some of Our Fears. Nope. Reindeer Games.
Nope.
Nope.
I would also say for TV shows, we did discuss Andor, and Andor is great,
Right.
and still continues to be the best Star Wars thing. But the Arrested Development, the first 3 seasons of Arrested Development
They're
are
so
some of
good.
the greatest pop culture ever made.
Oh, duh, Futurama for me.
Oh yeah, and then you go Futurama.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows.
My 10-year-old does a lot of crafts, and she actually just made me this bracelet that says "Kill Fascism," but it's got it's a lot of beads on there, and all the time where she's like, "Yeah, I need some more beads." I'm like, "Bees?
Beats. Yeah.
And she knows the joke now. She'll look at me and go, "Beads, beads." Yeah,
She's like, Dad, I
Clint's
sell
not on board.
seals.
yeah.
Okay, you got one?
Yeah, favorite movie. Okay, shit show moment. So we have one here.
Wait, you have a question?
No, that
my
was his question.
Oh, that was your question.
Your
Yeah, okay.
question.
Oh, you're doing it.
All right, so this is one that a lot of people asked. Samuel, but this one from Samuel V. I really love the Creators Talk interviews that you do from time to time. If you decide to do another one, are there any dream guests you would like to interview? This is one of those things where the people that we only done 2. Those people actually reached out to us, and we would love to do more. We're just a very small operation, and there's a lot. We have full-time jobs, and so we don't get around to it. But I did start making a list of people that I think would be kind of interesting to talk to about these kinds of things. One of them, I can't remember his name, would be one of the directors from Empires of the Deep. I think that would be really interesting. I remember making the list, and the highest one that I would really want to talk to is Paul Feig about Ghostbusters.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that'd be cool.
And all the shit that went down there. But then I'm also kind of like, hey, your movie's fine. Because I don't really want to lie to anybody.
You would have to get super dressed up for that interview, though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's a fashionable.
Yeah.
He's a
guy.
fashionable dude. I remember that we had a discussion about reaching out to Jack Barth because he's actually he was active on Twitter.
Yeah.
Barthwatch.
Barthwatch, yeah.
Yeah,
And we were
Barthwatch.
just like, he's kind of active on Twitter. Like maybe he would talk to us. And then I just think that we just never ended up doing that.
Yeah, it's definitely like something that I want to do more of. And watch this new episode, the video I'm making, Alex Kurtzman to talk about Mummy would be super fascinating.
Yeah. So if any of those people happen to be
Yeah, you
watching
guys got
this live
connections?
Put it in the chat if you're watching. We did get a chat here from The Steel. Oh, this show, it's a shit show. Happy birthday to my favorite podcast on the internet.
Oh, yay,
Thank you.
thanks, The Steel.
And then I'm going to butcher this and I apologize. Danar says, hey, Ray.
Oh, hi, what's up?
And then we did get another one from Thomas Rosebro. Sorry, I'm
Rosebro.
Congrats on the anniversary, guys. I noticed you don't often talk about movie score, but that's personally my favorite part. Do you have a favorite soundtrack song or musical moment in cinema?
Ooh,
Ian's a big movie score
I love
guy.
score, and I don't really. Yeah, score doesn't really come up that often in the shit show stuff, and that kind of sucks. But like, I would hands down, sorry to say it, but Hans Zimmer is better than John Williams. Just saying it. I'll throw that down. And
Shots fired?
Yeah, shots fired. His between Lion King and the cut track from Dark Knight, Like a Dog Chasing Cars. That fucking track is so goddamn good. Howard Shore in Return of the King when they're lighting the beacons, like, oh my god. Yeah, I really get into the film scores, and that's why I really love putting them in the videos and putting them underneath. Oh yeah, I could go on forever. You guys?
I mean,
Mad Max, Fury Road.
Oh,
Holy
the
shit,
score is
yeah.
incredible.
Brothers in Arms, that track.
whenever somebody like talks to me like, oh, did you see that movie? Oh yeah, that was a good movie. Like, well, what'd you think of the score? I'm like, I don't remember it. I mean, there's like you talked about John Williams. Like, there's like his iconic stuff that everybody just kind of knows and loves, you know. And I know you're not saying that he's bad.
No.
You just think Hans Zimmer. Yeah. So someone said, calm down. Like, to you, he's okay. He's fine.
No. I
Yeah,
like
you
John
really
Williams.
like- yeah.
I like everything from Star Wars to Jurassic Park is incredible. But I would say this is a very blasphemous thing to say. Hans Zimmer Superman score is better than John Williams. throwing it down
Oh,
right there.
Heresy. No. But I think I think of like this is just coming off the top of my head, but Psycho just has just that iconic the song the music from when he's killing Janet Leigh as a joke for a long time. Oh yeah, Jaws is a really good one too. This is my backup hat for the person who said I look weird. So let's just do a little quick costume change.
Which Clint are we talking to? Is this improv Clint?
Yeah, I gotta put my improv. This is improv Clint now. But I love that. I love that just that sting too. That just the harsh.
Yeah.
I love that so much that's the ringtone from when my mother calls.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite score, but I do. I love like Howard Shore's Lord of the Rings score. I love the score for Harry Potter. And Ian plays the Pirates of the Caribbean score a lot, which is how I can always tell that he's writing because it's like his focus music. And like, man, that score slaps.
Fucking
It's
the Kraken.
so good.
The Kraken from the second Pirates.
That's who's that? Howard Shore?
No, that's Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer did not do the first movie, but he did the next
second
two.
movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But yeah, some of that. Fuck yeah. I love scores. Music scores are awesome.
Sometimes when I want to bug my 14-year-old, I'll just like hold him real close and I'll start singing like from Lord of the Rings. Like when he's like leaving to go like hang out with friends, like you're gonna come home, right? Like and so I just pretend like the home is the Shire and he's Frodo off to go and do an adventure.
Sending
with
your
friends.
little hobbit out into the world.
Yep.
Michael Giacchino, fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
I like
Yep.
him.
His Spider-Man score, awesome. Okay. Anyway, who's next? What's happening?
So you did.
I did a Q&A. So favorite moment.
Oh, favorite moment. Okay, let's see. This one is also from James M. At some point every month, I have a moment where I think about you come to me on the day of my friend's movie premiere.
What one is that?
American Graffiti.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Coppola was
Coppola,
with George Lucas. It was friends with George Lucas or whatever, right? Yeah. So that one also came up a lot.
Oh man. We've done so many of these episodes now that like I forget about them, and then like we do something like this, and we just remember those moments. Like, God, this is such a fun show.
It's a little different for like me and Ray because we edited these, and so you hear a lot of the stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
And when we're trying to fix things or move things around, like we do that from time to time, where it's like, yeah, this comment would make sense if we put it with the rest of it, and we move it to a different spot. All these kinds of stuff. So you hear a lot of it over and over again, and then, but once it's done, we push it out there, and it's kind of like,
it's
we're
gone.
done with it. We don't. Me and Ray don't listen to it.
Nope.
But one random quote that you said recently, and I don't remember what it was, but we're just people in a basement.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that's stuck in my head lately a lot.
Well, because we got a PO
Sorry,
box. We
we're
got a
just people
PO
in a
box
base.
because
We're
someone
just
wanted to mail us something, and I was like, "So we're not a business. We're just like three people in a basement. I don't know. Like, how do you have people mail you things?" And so we had to go get a PO box. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Cutthroat though says, "Oh my God, I died at that moment. I almost drove off the side." Yes.
I do like Cutthroat's comment. How long did it take for you to stop hating the sound of your own voice? I don't know what that's like.
Years. Yeah. Clint's never hated this.
I've never hated the sound of my own
Clint
voice.
loves nothing more than the sound of his own voice.
That's what I fall asleep to. It's just me telling myself, "You're great. You're amazing."
Just recorded it and play it on a loop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just use the, go to sleep, gentle baby. Yes.
My sweet boy, my
Tomorrow.
beautiful sweet boy.
Tomorrow's another day
Of your awesome
for you to shine.
Oh.
Just remember, you are one of the podcasters of all time.
On our episode that just dropped, the making of it was a shit show. I do talk about how much I hate my own voice. So
Yeah,
I'm still not used to it.
I know. I don't think I still don't think you're over it.
I love it.
Took me maybe like a year, but I also did another podcast before this one, and so I
What? Tell people about it, so I don't
doesn't
get all
exist
the
anymore.
the shit for the.
It's gone now. It's been wiped from the internet.
But it was a really good one.
Anyway, well, thank you. But I listened to myself a lot on that one and got kind of used to myself. But now we get the fun experience of getting used to seeing our faces on video, which has been a whole journey.
Yeah, that's a whole other.
Whew.
I love it.
We know you do.
Oh man. Hey, Paper and Light says that my Clint's voice is buttery. Thank you.
All right, hit a moment.
Either the game that was played during Planet of the Apes episode where you scored points based on people that may have been associated with someone in the movie, Clint doing the rally song for a baseball game, and monkey hooting makes me laugh every time. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
So, we talked about there was in Planet of the Apes, there was the guy that wanted them to like have like a primitive version of baseball.
Oh, ape baseball.
Oh,
And then like
Oh
the
my
guy time
God.
travels back.
That is why someone in our Discord is named Ape Baseball, I think.
oh my God.
Oh my God, we're idiots.
We are.
They're putting Easter eggs in our own Discord, and we're just like, hey, that's a funny name. Yeah. It was either that, or they said, or the James Bond episode where Ray and Clint keep working titles into their asides, and the Bond themes play. Bonus, when Clint used the C word in that same episode, and Ray got all smug about it.
I remember that. Those good times.
I read it.
He was just like, ooh, I'm uncomfortable.
I have one here from Scream a Pillar. I use the term director's 2x4 with an alarming frequency.
Yes, as all directors should.
That was one of those things where when we made Wolfman, when we did the Wolfman, and we talked about Joe Johnston, and we brought up the 2x4, and we were like, haha, remember the 2x4? And then we never explained that. When we should have explained that in that episode, that was from our Jurassic Park
Jurassic Park 3 episode
on Reddit, and Joe Johnston saying that directing a dinosaur requires a bullhorn and a 2x4 to do it correctly.
Well, if you go to our TeePublic, there's a shirt that we have, or a design that we have of like the director's 2x4, and I was scrolling through to show Lisa all the different new merch that she got. She's like, what does that mean? I was like, oh, it is a Jurassic Park 3.
You have to be a fan of the podcast.
Yeah,
you have to be one of the cool fans.
It's a real inside joke. Yeah,
most of the merch is inside jokes.
Yeah.
All right. Next question from the survey. How does Ian choose which movies or TV series will be podcast topics and which will be YouTube videos?
It really depends. When I start going through it, you can kind of tell like the peripheral like research is Wikipedia. You just go there and it's like this paragraph. Like, I mean, but then there'll be huge paragraphs, like a dozen of them. But then you have to kind of read through it to determine if it's even remotely interesting. Like, first thing that comes to mind, we really want to do an episode on Streets of Fire. Just so we can watch that movie again, because that movie rules.
It's incredible.
But like someone was just a really big fan on Wikipedia, and they just like we're just putting in all the details, and it's not necessarily a shit show. But then like I'll start going through the research and go, it will start piling up. And for example, Fugitive was meant to be a podcast episode, and I was like, there's too much here. Like this is really interesting stuff, and so I elevated it to a video because I think it kind of fits like the most a shit show can be. But I can't do I wouldn't do a video like on Empires of the Deep because I don't have the movie to cut
There's
to.
no footage. There's no.
So like that wouldn't be. That would be a good video, but the movie hasn't come out. So it's like a lot of different things. A lot of like the Uncharted episode we just did. Like a video of just naming off names is not really that interesting, but us making fun of that shit, like that's more interesting.
Yeah.
And so if it becomes something like that where it's like, oh, this did take forever and they ran into all these problems, but it's not necessarily that visually interesting or fun, then it would become a podcast because it rightfully earns a razzing from us.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just kind of depends once I start going into it and determining.
Yeah. So like how much research there is and whether or not it's more interesting if it's a discussion versus like
exactly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Got a couple comments here. One from Ben. Give a shout out to my wife Sally, who's watching this in the living room with COVID after a day of nightmare parenting.
Oh, Sally, we got you, girl.
Ben does not deserve you.
Damn. Don't get in the middle of Sally and Ben's relationship like that, Clint. Jeez.
Sally, thank you for watching. You're a great parent. Ben, thank you for being a good support to her during COVID.
Sally, we hope you feel better soon.
Here's an interesting question for the two of you. Hey, all,
Yeah.
how has the process of editing the podcast changed with the shift to video? Is there less freedom to editing the video version versus audio?
There is less freedom. Yes.
Yes,
It was
because
a big thing we were worried about.
yeah, because obviously, like we used to cut the podcasts a lot, just because we're really picky about mouth noise and I don't know whatever, and now we just kind of have to like live with stuff like that because otherwise it would be super jump cutty, obviously. But I do think that we've gotten better at doing the podcast because we can cut less than I think we had in the past.
Yeah, we're better at not talking over each other. It only took 5 years.
Yeah.
And but we're better at not talking over each other, and you'll notice a lot that Clint does a lot of this, and then we cut away from it.
Yeah.
Because Clint's about to cough because he's had a cough for a while.
Oh my God, this fucking cough, man! I gotta go see another doctor because like this. I apologize for everyone over here live because I'm just like.
Just
Like before, we would cut, and it would just be we would just be talking while he was coughing, and then we were like, well, we just got to keep that in.
Yeah. So process made it easier. And then we do multicam shoots because I need something to cut to because I just refuse to do jump cuts.
Yeah. So if you see a random shot of
bugs
just
me.
me going,
Like,
it's usually hiding
it's
something
covering
that's happening
something.
over here.
It's because I'm coughing. Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, so it changed it a lot. It's I don't know, it's weird. It's like harder and easier in some ways. It's harder obviously because it's like more complicated, but also we don't feel the need to cut as much because we can't. And so we just leave
And I think
it.
we're more aware too of like what we're doing and how we're sounding and what we're saying as opposed to like just doing audio where we could just do whatever we wanted. But I think now, for me anyway, I think I'm more aware of like when I say a joke or when I like look at Ray for something or look at Ian for something. So mentally, I'm more aware of it. So it's
because you're mugging for the camera.
Ooh.
Wait, guys! Here comes the joke.
Yeah. Here comes the snack attack.
He's like, hold on. Go ahead and zoom in.
Zoom
I
in
have
on
something
this.
really important
Yeah.
to say.
Ben replies, says, apparently that was the most romantic thing I've ever done. So,
Aww.
good job, Ben. Good job.
Glad we could be a part of it.
Yep. Is it my turn for?
Yeah, your next question.
Next question. Okay. This is one that was asked. Actually, no, that's not yet. This one's from Chris V. What's an extended edition that actually improves a mediocre or bad movie?
Wait, say that again.
What's an extended edition that actually improves a mediocre or bad movie?
Oh, I see. We had this conversation in Discord recently. We were like the top 5 director's cuts, and it's actually not all really that many. Obviously,
I couldn't think of any, so I
most of them
recused
were-
myself from that discussion. I was like, I don't know. I'll let you all do that.
Because some of them were like really, they went from good to better, like a Lord of the Rings or stuff. Or for me, Zack Snyder's the Snyder cut got
Worse.
way worse.
Fucking so stupid.
I don't know. That's kind of an interesting one. I don't know if there was.
I think it really depends on the movie or the director because the director's like, I have to put like Zack Snyder, right? I had to put all this stuff back in because I can't kill my darlings. Like I have to. Then it's like, well, you just made the movie worse or like longer than it needed to be, just adding stuff that wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
But then like Lord of the Rings, all of the added stuff back in for the extended editions was all like just really good, interesting, more world building.
Yeah,
like,
well,
This is richer.
it made a good movie like incredible.
Yeah, because that's the hard part of the question that improves a mediocre or a bad movie. Like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't watch movies. I don't watch a lot of them.
I don't know. That's
was-
there's like multiple versions of Blade Runner, but I mean, I don't know.
What was the movie that we watched recently for the podcast that we watched? Like we started with the like director's edition.
There was Highlander.
Was
2.
it Wolfman that we watched? Where
I mean, yeah, we just didn't talk. We talked about the director's the
deleted
scenes.
in
Yeah.
it, but not that it was like made it that much better.
Oh,
maybe it did. I don't know.
Oh, Wolfman was a really fun episode too. In recent memory, yeah.
I don't know. All right.
Let's see. So actually, Ian is not a robot. I wasn't sure up to now, but with the live experience, he seems fairly human.
I'm very human.
Yeah.
He's glitching. Oh shoot!
Oh god, you reset him.
This is from Jiao Fek. Hopefully I say that right. I remember when I was moving countries, it was such an intense time. Found this channel, and it was amazing and helped me distract from the challenges. Great job, you all. Thank you so much. You're very
nice.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Someone did Two Crow hashtag destroy the Snyder Cut.
Oh, Subnormality has a good one. Apocalypse Now. Good to Better, the French plantation scene.
I don't know if I've watched any of them. Or no, I mean we've watched one, but I don't remember which one we watched.
Of
You love
Apocalypse
that
Now.
movie.
I love Apocalypse Now. Yeah, I don't remember if we watched the director's cut version of that.
Yeah.
But then Unauthorized Cinnamon said Alien 3, maybe. But also that movie. I really
It go from a
little
mediocre
bit.
to make a mediocre a bad movie better. I think
Yeah.
it just added to the mediocrity.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
just made
It's
a,
just
a
more.
bad movie.
Yeah.
Just
maybe
more mediocre.
Maybe,
versus
yeah.
versus like Aliens, is like the director's cut it was like Lord of the Rings went good to great.
There you go.
And then Samuel Dean said Kingdom of Heaven, director's cut, absolutely.
I've seen both and I don't remember the difference. Okay, I got one. My turn.
Yep, go for it.
Question. All right. Who do you think is the biggest villain you've discussed on the show? They provided Jang from Empires of the Deep, the Snyder Cult, or Joss Whedon.
Ooh.
That one's hard because, well, I guess Joss Whedon was a piece of shit on Justice League. And the Snyder Cult is fucking creepy and weird. Like, get over it, guys. Zhang was, I don't know if Zhang was kind of an I don't know if he was that evil.
He's like a Dr. Evil of cinema villains, like just like goof.
Yeah. He did like take away their passports or something like that.
Yeah,
but
that was
he wasn't
pretty evil.
like hurting anybody.
I mean, they technically did kidnap that actress, right? Who couldn't, couldn't
They had
get
to
home.
sneak her out in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I mean, Cutthroat has a good point here with Weinstein.
Oh yeah, for
Weinstein.
sure. Duh.
Yeah.
Weinstein.
1000%. Great answer.
What are the times we talked about it? Brothers Grimm?
Yeah. Anything else Dimension's done, right?
I don't remember. But yeah, let's just put him there.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just
Weinstein.
easy.
So, like, definitely Weinstein, and then the Snyder cultists are, like, less than that.
I mean,
But,
I would
like,
even put...
They're still pretty annoying as far as internet trolls
Like,
go.
Snyder seemed like a really cool guy. Then you start pulling up some of those interviews where he does that, like, kind of that double speak, that kind of thing about, like, well, I don't know who these fake fans are, who blah, blah, and he was like, wait, people with opinions are fake?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know.
yeah.
So he started kind of believing in his own cult. So I'm not really sure about that one, but yeah, let's put Weinstein there.
Yep.
Yep.
By the way, there were a couple comments on the chat about that the audio was like not mono correctly. So anyway, I think I fixed that now. Someone just said, "Thanks for the fix in audio." So anyway, sorry if that was annoying.
Oh,
Did not notice.
well, I mean, you guys can't hear anything. Yeah.
I can't hear anything
So-
over the sound of my own voice.
Anyway, hopefully we're good for the rest of it.
Very buttery. I'm gonna listen to this while I fall
Favorite
asleep.
moment?
All right. Oh, it's up to me. Favorite moment. Okay. So this one says, I'm not sure it's my favorite, but it's the one that came immediately to mind and the episode I go back to more often than the others. The Exorcist prequels.
Oh my god.
There is a moment when you're talking about the hyenas, which confounded Clint, and Ray softly chimes in with the most exasperated, whispered response. Oh my god, it's so fucking stupid. Clint is so fucking stupid. So you thought those CG hyenas were bad? Guess what? They're CG cows.
That's right.
God.
The Exorcist prequels are episodes that I do go back to.
Interesting.
Yeah. I find that one just so much fun.
That one was fun because you
Because if you're
Trolled you.
you trolled us.
You're behind the scenes tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tried to do that on the Highlander one too.
It worked. I knew that I knew coming in. I was like, he's gonna have something up his sleeve. I just know it. It's probably gonna be a whole other Exorcist switch. Like I felt it. Yeah.
That's funny. That's one of those. I remember that. I don't remember anything else.
Yeah.
Although the shorts, cutting the shorts and stuff like that, I remember those because you're editing it and you're cutting it and matching stuff and you're rewatching it, a whole bunch of stuff. So that stuff gets like ingrained in your brain. But outside of that, like I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, favorite moment. Someone's chimed in and says, I remember 2 summers ago, I was working in a movie theater, usually on night shift, but one time they randomly had me opening, and the Mad Max episode played on the drive over there. The Texas sun just rising over the horizon. That was a really good vibe.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Love that.
And maybe it was the Junkie XL score, you know?
Yeah.
Just a little underneath there.
Just like into the Texas sun. Dun 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 dun.
As they're trying to like just drive to work, and they're just like got their coffee. I'm gonna get there.
Hanging outside the window.
Witness me.
Witness me.
It's like the road is just like clear because it's like a morning
It's like
drive.
4 a.m.
Yeah, no one's around except for like one farmer who's just like, what the hell? Just yells at this farmer at the side of the road with a chrome page.
He needed someone to witness him.
Yeah.
So, you know.
All right, witnessed you.
Okay. My husband introduced me this unnamed person. Again, we forgot to get the names. My husband introduced me to the channel in the car on a drive home from London to our hometown. The journey should have been 45 minutes, but major road closures meant it would take 4 hours into the night. We listened to various episodes the entire way. We started with Abyss and ended up in a heated debate about filmmaking and feminism during Barbie while in standstill traffic. I've listened every night as I fall asleep since.
Wow.
Nice. I love that. That sounds like you and I. That's like the vibe of our conversations
Yeah,
where
yeah.
we're just
Get
like
into
we'll
heated
listen.
debates about feminism.
No, like
Yeah.
well, yeah,
And I
that.
wonder why she's talking.
Yeah, and he's just like, a man is speaking. No. No. We'll listen to how did this get made, and then we'll like pause it, and then we'll like discuss what was just happened in the podcast, and then we'll like play it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. Bonding over podcasts. I love it.
That was good champagne.
The Abyss, good movie, made better by the special edition.
Oh, hey, there you go.
There you go.
There's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's still already a good movie.
Oh yeah, that's true. It was a bad. We're gonna have to think about that one.
I don't think there's that many.
All right. Do you have your question time?
I'm
or
back
your
to
moment time?
questions. I think I'm back to questions. Okay. Let's see. This is a good one. How much of the shit show do you think would be avoided if more women were in positions of leadership / power in the industry? Would there be a change in how things and people are managed, pushed through, and replaced?
A lot.
A lot. Yeah.
I think it would. Yeah, because I mean the whole Time's Up movement like showed that a lot of abuse of power comes from like men abusing women and manipulating women.
Yeah.
Like, you know, via their like someone trying to make it, whether it's an actress or someone like working on a movie in the industry, and then like some creepy man is just like, I'm going to take advantage of this, of my power and my status in the industry. So this is not to say that there aren't like women out there that are also terrible. Like obviously there are, but I do think that having just more representation generally across the board is going to help like limit the amount of like abuse of power that happens.
Yeah.
But I mean, even I would say even on the other side of that is just being able to get shit done.
Oh yeah.
Like, but the amount of times you're talking about a creative force that's just like my vision, and it's just I just have to do it, and I'm going to show up when I want to, and everybody else just has to float around me because I'm the genius.
Because I'm a genius.
Yeah, and it's usually a woman standing there making sure that shit gets done. So even from that perspective.
That's very true. I feel like sometimes in industries like the film industry and creative industries that are very like high stakes, there's a lot of money involved. It takes a certain kind of person to like make it in that business that's like, or that industry that's really like kind of egotistical and a little bit of a sociopath and like kind of
I gotta have my stories told.
Yeah,
man.
and they're just like, I don't really care that much about people. Like, it's kind of all about me. Like, so there's just a certain type of personality that I think is drawn sometimes to that. And so, yeah. But you're right. There's been a lot of times where I've worked with or like seen like men in positions of power that are just that way, right? Where they're just like, oh, I'm a creative genius, and then there usually is like a woman or someone else like going, oh my God, okay, I have to like actually like work behind the scenes to get this shit done.
Yeah, look at the stories about Justin Roiland on Rick and Morty, and how he has the creative genius behind it. Him and Dan Harmon, but then you look behind the scenes, and he was doing absolute jack shit. He wasn't even in the writers' room. He was like playing around with the remote control car in the hallways while they were doing all the fucking writing.
Yeah.
And then he gets all the accolades. Like, fuck that guy. Anyway.
Yeah, I do think that there was another part of this question that's like how people are managed. There's a lot of like crunch in the film industry too, and a lot of like late nights and, you know, like keeping people like on set for a long time, and you know they don't have a lot of time for like their family or their kids. So if you have more women in positions of power who have like women are definitely, it's harder to be in the film industry because like if you want to have a kid, it's really hard to do that job and like have a family and try to be a mom or try to be a parent. And so like if you can kind of like even just change the way that the industry functions to allow more, you know, time for people who are like, you know what, like, yes, I really want to do this job and I really care about it, but I also like want to be a mom, or I want to be even a dad or like a parent. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, like more women being in the industry are going to help like move those changes forward for sure.
It kind of sucks that the franchise, the show on HBO was canceled because
I love that show.
It was about making movie. It was basically Shit Show, the TV show, and it was just about people like having to handle. It's about the behind the scenes people, the people who have to deal with the fragile egos of the directors and the stars, and just all the bullshit they have to deal with in the studio notes. And anyway,
oh, so good, love that show. All right.
Next question. This one was one that was asked a lot. So we got one from Vasana and another question, Walkman of Doom. Same sort of question. Is there a shit show topic that you've wanted to cover, but there was so little information about it that you couldn't make a good episode? Secondly, were there any episodes that were planned and then scrapped?
Yeah, all the time. There's like I hear. I was gonna do Daredevil, the Ben Affleck one, and
which is not the movie that Ray
we
watched for Ray. Yeah.
So there's one off the list, but Daredevil was the information was so light, and then there was a YouTuber who was a very popular YouTuber that was like the insane production of Daredevil, and I was like, well, I'm not finding anything about what happened on it. And then I watched the whole video, and it boiled down to two things. They got into a fight about what color of red for his suit, and that the director's cut was a bit longer. Like, and it was like a 20-minute video, and I was like, there's nothing insane about this at all.
It should have been crimson.
Well, I think it should have been scarlet, quite frankly.
Oh, well, you think so?
I think so.
Well, Jerry down the hall said it should be brick.
So I was just recently trying to do that. I was like, oh, that'd be really good because the new Daredevil Born Again was coming out, and I was like, let's do the Daredevil movie. And then I was like, went into the research, and I was like, there's nothing here. There's nothing. It's not worth talking about. Maybe if we do a director's cut episode that we were talking about on Discord, like movies where they just cut a lot of things and a lot of things were changed because of whatever studio meddling. But yeah, so that happens all the time. What was the other part of the question?
Were there episodes that were planned and then scrapped?
That was what I just did.
Was there a movie you wanted to cover, but there was so little information about it that you couldn't make a good episode?
Streets of Fire, like that was one of them that I'm like, I every once in a while I go, God damn it, I really hope this is a shit show. And I start reading into it, and I'm like,
Things went smoothly.
yeah,
You're like,
it went fine. Or there was a really funny moment where we were doing our bad movie nights, and we watched Lake Placid. And Lake Placid has Brendan Gleeson's character, and he says, I don't like him, sarcastic.
Yes.
He would say sarcastic after a sentence, almost like
script,
his script is supposed to be sheriff says this sarcastically or says in sarcastic voice or whatever, and then he just says the word sarcastic. It was weird shit like that, and you were just watching this movie going, "What the fuck is happening?
What is happening here?"
And it was so bonkers, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna see if this was a shit show." Literally found an interview with the director of Lake Placid, and he quite literally says, outside of some like random things you always run into, that movie went really well. And I was like, oh, I guess that's
Totally
that.
smooth.
Yeah.
Totally smooth. I guess we're not doing that episode.
See Ian, like he's like at his computer, like he's watching a video. He's got like his notes. He's like, this like it went really
Ready
well.
to go.
Fucking crumbled.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
I really do need to know, though, from Brendan Gleeson, like, what the hell happened with him saying sarcastic after his
fucking
line.
weird.
Because,
That was
like,
weird.
I know he's a smart dude. There's no way he was just like, is this how you read a script? Like, what was that?
Yeah, and there's a bunch of lines that
Super
seem
weird.
like they were a typo, and then he just read them like that.
That's amazing. That's what it
it's-
says. That's what I'm gonna read.
Yeah, no, really.
It's just like, maybe have your scripts buttoned up before you hand them to me. Maybe
Yeah.
it was like a little protest.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and the editor was just like,
man.
yeah, sure. We got a comment here from Afex. I'm gonna say Afex because it's PH. Love you guys so much. I think I missed a so. I am so happy to have this show and this channel. It makes me so happy to hear you guys enjoy your time and also make interesting content. Happy I found you.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Avex.
Okay, my question on my side, what are some productions or topics that are no-brainers but are a challenge or too obvious to make? Apocalypse Now, the Island of Dr. Monroe, Don
Moreau?
Quixote. What did I say?
It's Murrow, right?
Moreau, whatever it is. Whatever, because those movies literally have full-length documentaries about them.
Oh, right.
And
So what else could we like?
what am I
add?
adding? I do
Color commentary from.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's.
I'll
there's-
talk about Apocalypse Now.
But there's like Apocalypse Now has so much stuff that it should be a video, but maybe we do it as a podcast. Because there are those things, but not everybody's wants to watch a documentary. That was kind of the impetus for the whole channel.
Well,
and
think of it this way, like we haven't talked about it,
I mean,
and these fine folks here, they haven't
I get it.
got our take on it, and maybe they don't. Maybe these folks don't know all the shit that happened with Apocalypse Now. I certainly don't. So
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very fair. So it does
type my name, type Clint if you want us to do Apocalypse Now.
spelled C.
Just kidding, don't do that, don't
and
do
what?
Don't do that.
Put the L and I
Capital
really
L,
close
capital
together.
I, right next
Yep.
to each other. So yeah, there are those kind of topics that I feel like would be obvious. Of course, they're right there, but at the same time, I want to make sure that it's worth telling and not just
That's a good point.
regurgitating.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point.
There was actually a follow-up question that's kind of related to this that I remember because I thought it was really interesting, and I don't think I included it, but I'm going to ask it. Someone asked, and this was regarding the Wizard of Oz video. That is one that has been covered a lot. And so they were like, how do you make sure that you do have something to add to the conversation for movies like that, where it's kind of been covered like ad nauseum a whole bunch? Like
Great
what?
question.
Like how do you make sure?
I mean, I guess that's it. That one's a little different because there has been a documentary for a long time. And then there was like the last one was in the 90s or something. But then I had to like read 3 different books in there, and it's very fascinating when you read those and you kind of go, oh, you read the same shit. And it's like, here's that same story. And then you get that one nugget that was, nobody else mentioned this. Nobody else said that Margaret Hamilton's stunt woman had to get a hysterectomy from the injury. Like,
That's crazy.
None of the other books mention this. And then one of the books was like the official 50th anniversary book, and it starts out and it's like, this is a tell-all, like to put out all the myths and explain everything that happened on the set. And they don't talk about anything that happened with Judy Garland. And it's like, well, shit. But you grab some of that, and you grab some of that, and you grab some of this documentary, and I try to make the most cohesive one that has all of them together. So, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people saying Clint. But
We gotta talk about Apocalypse Now. Oh wait, we gotta talk about Mortal Kombat first.
yeah, speaking of Mortal Kombat, that's going to be coming up in one of my my moments here.
Nice. There was a comment in the chat here from Beth that I thought was really interesting. It's been buried by Clint.
Buried by Clint.
Okay, I can't find it in here again, but
Was it this one here?
Oh, yeah.
Was there an episode that you're really hesitant to share after you made it?
yes.
Yeah,
Oh
lots
yeah.
actually.
Oh yeah. I mean like Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters was the video. That video took a lot of fucking time, and I remember editing it and then showing it to my brother because he just happened to be here, and he was kind of like, "You need to be very careful about what you said here, because you're kind of putting words in the mouth of this person." And it was like, okay, I got to really think about this and make sure that what I'm saying can't be misconstrued. Of course it was by idiots, but making sure that it made sense. And yeah, that one, and then Starship Troopers was
Yep.
the Patreon version of that is much longer. We go into a lot of stuff about Trump versus Starship Troopers versus how Trump does fascism, how Starship Troopers does fascism, and it's like a 40-minute conversation that we just cut because we were like, that might be too spicy.
I was getting sad and upset.
I
Yeah,
know.
and he got really sad.
We got a sad boy Clint.
But
Sad
and then
boy
at the same
Clint.
time, like I've been feeling lately like we should have left some of that in there just to give some of it was too much was cut out for people to be like, oh, you're just gonna mention those 3 things and blah blah blah, and it's like, actually we mentioned a shit ton of
more
things. We just
things,
cut it out from the main one. Anyway.
Yes, Starship Troopers, Ghostbusters. I think the Snyderverse. That one, I remember we talked a lot about, like, do we want to invoke the wrath of the of the Snyder cultists?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
And we talked a lot about Ghostbusters too. Like, I just remember you and I having conversations about, like, are you sure you want to say that?
Yeah, you really want to
Yeah.
you poke the bear.
Yep.
And
You certainly poked the bear.
Yeah, and like even the Aliens video, there's a comment about how they cast Sigourney Weaver because they wanted a woman so they would get more women to the theater. Oh my God, how woke bullshit is that? And I deliberately poke that bear and go, now grifters get mad about that. I'm not regretting that one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, where were we? We kind of went like
Question for I did the question for the episodes that are planned and scrapped. Is your question, or was it your question?
No, she did the question about. Yeah, go to
well,
your
I
next
mean, we've
question.
gone
Just
off.
go to your next one.
We've
Go
gone
my next
off
question.
script.
Okay. Ivan O asks, "What's your favorite thing about each other and doing the podcast?"
Aw. Ba-na-na. I gave that one to you because that was like a very
A
like
very sentimental thing
Yeah.
that for someone who's not a
who's
not
got a heart
robot,
and not
yeah.
a robot. Yeah.
My favorite thing about you two is your chemistry, and I just love how we've been able to stay friends for as long as we have, despite only really seeing each other socially, like maybe twice a year, as because you're all friends with my wife too. But I do the show with you, and that's very it's not work because I love doing this, but like just being able to have stayed friends with you two for as long as I have, you don't get that as adults.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. So I love that about you two. What was the other question? Doing the podcast.
Forcing work. It's like a job, so you have to.
Yeah,
You have to.
Yeah. Oh God, I gotta go to the podcast.
And then what's
gotta
your-
go see those two fuckers. Oh my God.
And then it was, what's your favorite thing about doing the podcast?
My favorite thing about doing the podcast is has really been like getting to know all the people that have joined our Discord and like the people who have come out and said, like all 111 of you that are streaming right now. I think it's just so fun. I love that people are watching us and they like to. Like because you'd probably wonder who's gonna watch this? Who gives a shit? Like, well, these people do, and it means something to them, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
So I like, and I don't want to sound like egotistical. It's like they came here for me or they came here for us or whatever. But it's fun to know that even though we know that we're just regular schmoes, right? We have day jobs.
Just 3 people in a basement.
Just 3 people in a basement.
Yeah.
But we mean something to somebody out there, and like to me, it's a great responsibility, which I take seriously, even though I don't take a lot of things seriously. And I've really enjoyed just like, hey, watch this homework or watch this. Like, you give me an excuse to watch things that I otherwise wouldn't have normally watched. Like, never in a million years would I have been like, hey, what's this movie? Roar? Okay, yeah, I'll watch this. Yeah. But you've given me that opportunity to kind of expand that. And I collect stuff too.
Yeah. For me, my favorite thing about doing the podcast is I really enjoy making people laugh. So like Clint was saying, like, I love it when even if it's one person who's just like, this was hilarious. I almost crashed my car when you said this line. I'm like, oh, thank you so much.
Ray, you make me laugh so
Thank you.
so much. I'll listen to the episodes again. God, I'm so mad that Ray had that joke because that was hilarious. I wish I thought of that. Yeah.
For sure.
I don't get I don't know. I just don't get a lot of opportunities to be like funny in my, I guess, like day-to-day life. And so it's fun to just like sit down here and make jokes. And,
Well,
like, make
I'm
people
hosting
laugh.
an improv jam on Friday.
Oh my God. Please, for the love of God, stop trying to get me to do improv. I'm going to buy one of those fucking t-shirts we just designed. We'll get to it later. So yeah, that's that. And also I like to, this is my favorite thing about Ian too, but like, the fact that he really puts a lot of work and passion and effort into this show and like really cares about it. And it's really fun to see him like he'll like come out, like he has always like good thoughts in the shower. And so he'll like come out of the shower and be like, well, I was in the shower. I had this idea about the video and here's what, and he gets like really excited about it.
He
and
comes
then,
out like dripping wet.
Just
No, I literally did this recently.
Barely a
I
towel.
literally, and it was doing the video, and I literally came out of the shower, and I went, Dracula's first, Van Helsing is the bridge.
And I was
Dracula's
like,
first, Van Helsing is the bridge.
And he like
I
had to go write the thought down.
Yeah, I had to go write it down. And Ray was like, you sound like a madman.
You sound like an insane person.
You're stark naked, dripping wet at your computer. Dracula's
first, Van Helsing is the bridge.
That's hilarious.
Oh, but
That's a t-shirt. Dracula's first, Van Helsing's the bridge.
oh
That's
my
in the
God.
shirt.
now all you get to be in on that inside joke because it
That's
was only an
hilarious.
inside joke between he and I. But yeah, so and then just like engaging with him in something that he loves and that we both love because we just both really like movies, and so like talking about it in this like specific way is just really fun. And then Clint's also here. No, just kidding. No, Clint.
What? I was like, oh, well, thanks. I was like, no, I'm just kidding, dumbass.
No. I was gonna say something really cute and sincere about
Okay.
what I enjoy about you. No, you're just like one of the most like happy, positive people, and that was part of the reason I remember when we were talking about like who we wanted to bring on the podcast. We were like, oh, well, like Clint, because he knows how to entertain. He's funny. The improv stuff definitely helps. But then, like, you also just like love everything.
I do.
Like
I love
you,
a lot of
like
things.
he's just like so like happy and positive, and so like you just bring like a joyous energy, I think, to the show.
Oh, well,
So,
thank you so much. Thank you.
you're welcome. That's all you're ever gonna get from me.
That's not true. Ian, now you say something nice
All right, so was the question about podcast?
It was both.
about each other and doing the podcast.
Yeah.
Your favorite thing about each other and doing the podcast.
One thing I love about doing the podcast is creating the kind of narrative, the story of it, and then trying to like see if I could set up these things to have these guys go off on it. That I'm kind of trapping you in a way, but it's just like it's getting you guys to the point where you're like, oh, and then holy shit, and I really like constructing that. It is like herding cats sometimes. There's what was the recent episode? And I said, guys, I'm on the first bullet point because you guys were all like, ah! You guys were just like,
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
But we just went. Maybe it was
It
Wolfman.
was probably Wolfman.
That sounds right.
Yeah. And then, so I really enjoy that. I would say that kind of sharing this passion with these conversations outside of the podcast with me and Jenny Ray is kind of like, Jenny Ray's like, I don't know. But then I kind of have to force her to do it. Just kidding.
I proofread your script last
I
night,
know,
and you were
I know.
like, "Wow, you actually like that was we had fun. We were like
Yeah, Jenny Ray
riffing."
had a great time reading
Yeah.
it. So having just in kind of enjoying the shared passion between the two of you is always like it's a lot of fun. And I legitimately have no fucking idea what's going to come out of you two. So that's always a surprise.
It's true.
When we could get him to like do like a chortle, like a like that,
Yeah.
like that's like that's
That's
chef's
your
kiss
goal.
for me.
You're
Yeah.
like, I need
Yeah.
that Ian laugh. It sustains me.
Yep.
Okay.
We do have a comment from Tom the Gamer, although he does say that they think that this question was answered already, but how often do you research a movie or a TV show only to scrap it because you haven't found enough material for it? I think you already answered that.
Yeah, we did answer
Yeah.
that. So once this is done,
But thank you,
can
Tom.
Go back and you can listen to it.
Claude?
So let's get through some of this stuff. We're running out of time.
Dean Claude Van Damme, just so you're looking at.
Oh, I think Ian's mic could use some more volume gain.
Oh.
Okay, I got you. All right.
Yeah, because I start here and then I go like this and I talk. Like that. Jenny Ray hates it.
Okay. Dean Claude Van Jam. How's that?
What is a movie series you wish was a shit show? You just could make an episode about it. Lots. Like every once in a while, you just watch like one of your favorite movies and go, "Damn it! I wish that I just wanted to talk about it." Or sometimes you watch a movie and you just I don't get why people fucking love it, and I just want to talk about it, like why I think it's not very good, and I just want to put my opinion about it. I don't know. It happens all the time.
Are we gonna then ever talk about Hook for me?
Yeah. I've not looked into Hook.
Okay.
So
All right. I'm going to read a couple of my, because, yeah, we got to like get through some of these favorite shit show moments.
Real quick, Dean Claude Van Damme. I love your content from the get-go, but when you spoke against fascism, I can't say it. Fascism.
On your arm.
I know, my daughter made this really cute bracelet for me that says "Kill Fascism." She's 10, so I was like, "Oh, she's really sweet."
Teaching her the right things.
But when you spoke against fascism, my love reached a whole new level.
Yay.
Yes.
Fuck
Thank
fascism.
you.
And then we got another one here. Would you consider doing a video on the troubled production of The Peacemaker, the first film released by DreamWorks Pictures?
Oh, with George Clooney? Interesting. I haven't looked into it. I have no idea.
Okay.
DreamWorks is kind of an interesting one because they set it up and DreamWorks they were like, sweet, we got Spielberg over here. Like he's gonna make all his just bring all that Jurassic Park kind of money over here, but he was only making really like small personal movies with DreamWorks, and then he would make his big shit with like Universal, and they were like, "What the fuck?" So that was kind of interesting. I have not looked into Peacemaker. I'll put it on the list and look at it.
I love your comment on like in every YouTube video where someone's like, "You should do this," or "You should do this," and like you comment, like, "It's on the list."
Yeah,
It's on the list.
Yep.
it's on the list.
Yeah, Michael Van Sant agrees. Peacemaker would be a great video, so there you go. All right, so for favorite shit show moments, Dalen CC said, the sheer insane glee at the guy in the bag. Yeah, it's pretty fucking great.
in the bag.
Hey, yo, what?
You just have to understand. It was just like
just
what,
like,
like
what?
it comes out of fucking nowhere. It's
already-
so stupid. And then like Clint watched it first.
Yeah, no, we watched it
We
first.
watched it
were
first,
like,
and then Clint just sends us a
wait.
screenshot. What the fuck is this guy? And we would just like, it just
Just
I don't know, just
laughing.
barreled from that.
Well,
It's so funny.
The movie has already established that there's anthropomorphic dinosaurs
Yeah.
living amongst humans. Like, okay, well, I've got those two things to worry about.
What is this?
So there's a dinosaur doing his thing.
What
There's Whoopi
is the guy
Goldberg
in
doing
the
her
bag?
thing. This guy in the bag. It was
It's-
left field.
It's wild.
So crazy.
All right, I'm gonna also give this one from Jetman. The first time I listened to your channel was the Quantum of Solace episode. I spent the whole episode checking along with the movie title drops that I became quite impressed with everyone's wit. I've listened / watched every episode at least once, and I always look forward to watching. Side note, you guys have me inspired to get back into my media analysis and writing work that I haven't done since 2017.
Do it.
Thank
Very
you
cool.
so much.
Have a creative outlet. I recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm gonna we're gonna throw a bunch of the stuff out. So let's just keep going. I discovered this show through the Fast and the Furious video while watching the movies as well. Love Fast and the Furious movies. Fucking 5, 6, 7, 8, great. Not 9, 10's good. I was randomly, this is another person, randomly being suggested, this was their favorite moment, randomly being suggested to you by Reddit during the Jurassic Park Live and listening during my car ride through West Virginia to Virginia. That one was wacky.
That was a lot of fun. I don't even know if Reddit is still doing that, the
no
live
idea.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
episode. But that was
Because
really
we
cool.
sure shit ain't on Reddit.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, we're just people in a basement.
Yep. People in the new shirt. People in a basement. We got a moment here from Vidiolata. I don't know. Clint mentioning that a film does not have to be good for me to enjoy it. It just has to be exactly what I expected it to be. The example of the time was Mortal Kombat 2020. Yeah, it's not going to win any Oscars, but it's got fatalities, the accurate depictions of the characters, and that's all that I want from it. Oh, and release the Empires of the Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I did another podcast that I'm not even going to mention because it was really dumb and actually really kind of anyway, we had this movie review thing where we do, and I forgot about this. I had a movie review system where it wasn't like 5 stars or whatever, but I called it the Bodhi system, where it was taking off of Point Break, where Point Break is exactly what you want it to be.
Okay.
So it was the perfect movie in that sense that it didn't do any less than you expected or any more than you expected. So that's why it was contained like this perfect movie. And so it was, if the movie was better than we expected to be, it was like a Bodhi +1 or a Bodhi +2. But if it was worse than we expected, it was a Bodhi -1. And so I think that's what I'm going to do from now on.
I like
Is
it.
it a Mortal Kombat 2010 +1? Mortal Kombat 2010 -1. So that's my new rating system.
But you have to do the original Mortal Kombat.
The original
movie.
that is
Not the newest one.
Yeah, is it a Mortal Kombat +1? Yeah, from '97. Because I think
You know exactly what you're getting into.
Yeah.
I think about that movie probably every day.
That's your Roman Empire.
That's your Roman
Yeah.
Empire.
This person says their favorite moment is the live Arnold versus Stallone you did. Superb.
Nice.
That was
Yeah,
that was a
a
lot
good
of
time.
work, and that one was that fucking
The fire
crazy.
alarm.
The fire alarm.
Yep.
Like, what are the
Yeah.
chances?
That was a shit show.
Well, I'll go ahead and say, just kind of back it up on this one. Ryan B, my number one so far was seeing you all in person at FanX.
Nice.
It was fun seeing your laughter and energy in person, but having the fire alarm go off in the convention center in the middle of your panel was a true definition of a shit show.
Yeah, it was. We were all just like, "Is this happening right now?" Oh.
Well, and the poor volunteers too that were
Like,
that
I
were
don't
running,
know.
and we're like, what do we do? We look at them as like authority figures. And
Yeah.
they're not getting paid for this.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, let's go.
And I remember the ending of that because I think about that one all the time because the guy was like, yeah, make sure you do it. It's only 45 minutes or 50 minutes. That's all you got. Blah blah blah. And then after the fire alarm thing, he came up and he was like, I'm gonna come by. I'm gonna give you like a 5-minute warning or something like that. And then he came down the aisle and he like looked at me and he was like put up his like 5-minute warning sign and he kind of like looked at me like I guess.
Yeah.
Like he's like obviously the time doesn't really work anymore because you guys got screwed over. So I don't know, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, they did let us go longer, but that was and it was especially because you built up all of this like nervous energy, just being like we gotta like get ourselves hyped to do this live show, and then it was like.
Yeah.
But it actually kind of, on the one hand, I was like, oh, this is actually sort of nice because now I'm just like, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah,
we already had
exactly.
the fire alarm go
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I always thought it was interesting too because we were the last panel of the night, and so like,
Yeah.
you got a really tight 45 minutes. Like, well, do we?
Yeah, right.
Because there's no one after us.
Technically, we could just hang out here all day if we wanted to.
Yeah.
The guys over there just turns off our sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, are we just going through favorite shit show moments now?
we can do some more
Jump
questions.
around. What is one fact from Shit Show that has stuck with you and you still find insane to think about?
The one that comes to mind is Michael J. Fox's stunt double,
Oh yeah, sneaking
just like
onto
just
the
sneaking
set.
onto the lot.
And then they're like,
just be
"Here's a job."
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you're hired.
And then
not being like given a job like being a best boy or a grip or something like it's
a
just you're
stunt double.
yeah, a fucking stunt double. That's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like every single thing that happened on the Abyss is just like what? Like every time I think about that video and then
Yeah.
when you did the remastered version, like Mary Elizabeth Master Antonio like literally almost died. Like and anyway, so those are always absolutely crazy to me, those
Yeah.
facts. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. The Abyss is insane.
Yeah.
That one's yeah. No, I'm all facts up in here. They're all of it's going on the time. Gun to my head. What are some of my siblings' birthdays? No fucking idea.
I have the same problem.
But he'll whip out a movie fact like
Yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Godfrey Ho did this, that.
Yeah,
and the
no
other.
shit. It just like all comes back.
I'm like, well, what's your sister's birthday?
Who gives a shit?
Who?
all right, I'm gonna read another. Let's see. I'm gonna read a couple more favorite shit show moments. So Andrew S said favorite shit show moment. The first time I saw a video podcast of you guys changed my viewing. I liked the show in audio only format, but it feels almost more personal in the video cast.
Oh, yeah.
So nice. Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah.
Touch each other.
Yeah. It gets way more personal. And then just another short one here. Hayden said, favorite shit show moment when everyone lost their shit analyzing the cat in the hat and laughing uncontrollably, myself included. Haha. Yeah, that fucking movie, man.
I love going into
So
the movies that you're just like, oh god, and then they're like, fucking.
Yeah.
See, that movie's hysterical.
And then you're like, that was delightful. I had a great time.
Yeah, people need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
the Mummy. It's like, calm the fuck down.
It's-
It wasn't
it's
that
fine.
bad.
Yeah. So the whole thing about like movies meeting your expectations, that's a big part of it. But then I feel like there's also just like, how much did you enjoy the movie?
Yeah.
Like if you're just like, you know what, I had a great time watching that. Like, I was like kind of stupid or corny or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like it wasn't like the most cinematically gorgeous like work of art, but you're just like, I had a fucking great time
Yeah.
watching it. Like
Yeah.
that also makes a huge difference for movies.
We got a question here from Lawrence. How do you think your appreciation for television movies has changed since starting the podcast? Are you more aware going into the media that isn't homework? I'm looking at you, Clint. Of the story behind it. It's definitely given me greater appreciation for the work that goes into making it. Thanks to your wonderful education, research, and comedy, my husband gets a little bit annoyed at all my extra facts. You know, because I don't ever know what movie Ian is going to be telling me until maybe like 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
I don't like really go into everything else that I watch, you know, outside of the homework of whether or not it's, you know, what a shit show it is behind it. I mean, sometimes like what I'll do is if I'm watching a movie with Lisa or a television show, I'll have IMDb up and I'll just be kind of like reading the trivia along with it. And that's probably about as far as I go, but I'm never like, I wonder if Spider-Man Far From Home was a shit show. Like I never think about that when I'm going and watching movies.
I'm always thinking about it constantly.
Yeah.
That's just all I think about. When I watch movies, I can't turn my brain off. I sit there and I'm analyzing it constantly, and I go, how the fuck did they do that? Like, or judging it, both sides of it.
Yeah.
But I find that exciting. Like, they're didn't necessarily like Sinners, whatever. We'll not go into it, but
don't go into it. I'm going to go see it today.
There's a shot. There's a shot in the movie. There's a single shot in that movie that is fucking crazy. That I was like, how the fuck did they do that?
Yeah, that's super good.
So I really love that kind of stuff. So for me, it hasn't really changed much, other than just kind of maybe finding when we kind of do these stories, making sure that you have someone you can like. When I tell it, I want to make sure that there's someone we can grab onto. Hopefully that we can sympathize with, because this shit's hard, and there's I think what Matt Damon said, he's like, all movies are hard and it's a miracle that any of them get made.
Yeah.
And 100%, like you have to deal with a lot of bullshit, and so you
so many
kind
moving
of
parts, so many different personalities working on it.
so
Yeah.
it's not as easy to toss off and just be like, those fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's absolutely true. If it was written stupid.
I have I feel like I have the same level of appreciation for how movies are made. I worked on a lot of sets. I worked in the industry for a long time, and I worked with a lot of people who do the really thankless jobs on a movie set. And so that's why like I love gravitating to the kind of unsung heroes of filmmaking. So like I like to make a lot of jokes about like the script supervisor or like grips or sound guys or whatever, because you just know there's like people who this is their just day job and they're just kind of showing up and they do it because they love movies and they want to be a part of making movies, but like it is not easy. And yeah, sometimes like big personalities at the top can make your like life really hard, you know. But like I'm same as Ian, like we'll watch a movie together and be like, holy shit, that was a complicated shot, or like how did they do that? But then there's also moments where, so like we'll watch a lot of movies for this podcast that I'm like, I have no idea why we're watching this. Ian will just go, we're watching blank, and I'm like, okay, like I'm sure I'm gonna find out why later, you know. And so like we'll watch a movie and then I'll kind of start to sense and I'll be like, this went through like a lot of reshoots, didn't it? Or like a lot of, and he's like, and he just does his like, we'll get to it, like shrug.
I
but
agree.
you can sometimes tell, like when you understand the craft of like filmmaking and how movies fit together, you can sense if something is not quite right. And if you know like the behind the scenes stories of how things happen, you can kind of go like, that's a telltale sign that they had to cut a lot of shit out, or that they did this, or they like, you can sometimes tell when you just kind of get familiar with the behind the scenes of it.
For me, it's when Ian gives me the homework, then that's when I start thinking like, oh, I'm gonna watch this now with the mindset of like, what could have gone wrong with this movie. And so I'll kind of think about it in that sense. But then when we're actually talking about it and you say, oh, and this happened and this happened, oh, okay, that makes sense of why that was the way that it was in the movie.
Yeah, and then other times it's just like not even remotely what you
and
thought
then you throw
of.
those curveballs like, you cheeky bastard.
Yeah, it's like the movie went well, it just took a long time to get there or whatever.
But Michael Van Sant had a really great idea for us. Would Clint watch a Godfrey Ho film before each episode, and we could have a hose corner?
A hose corner.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a bonus episode.
A hoedown.
A hoedown.
A hoedown.
Yes.
Hoedown, throwdown.
Yep.
Yes.
I think this was kind of an interesting question. This is from Terry. Am I correct in guessing that Ian is much funnier guy than Jenny Ray and Clint, but has to control his funny bones to keep the script moving, or is it just me?
I loved that question because we've talked about this where you're sometimes like, oh man, I wish I got to be funny on the podcast. Like it bums you out a little bit because like he and I are just like yuck. Like we're just over here. We're like the fucking morning DJ radio show of this podcast, and Ian's just like,
I'm the producer going, okay guys, let's keep
pushing
it moving.
his glasses up.
No, Ian is extremely funny.
Oh yeah.
And he won't ever admit it, because I know, Ray, you'll never do improv, but Ian did do improv with me. And Ian actually is extremely funny. I think, I don't know, maybe I don't want to speak for you, but I think more of your, like, I would like to be known for this is more of your well-meticulated research, and you're the voice that you're coming through in the podcast than just how many yucks you get. Because for me, it's the yucks.
I think
every once in a while we edit these and I go, I got a good joke.
I got a joke in.
Yeah, because there's a lot of me sitting there kind of going, okay, let them finish. But and then we gotta move on.
But there's probably a part of you that wants to riff on what we're riffing on.
Yeah.
Though, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I think when we do our shout outs, that is the most like me that you'll probably get. Because I'm not doing anything, and I'm free of mind to to go off of, especially when we're doing our Patreon shout outs, because I'm allowed to. I don't know what the fuck you guys are gonna say, so I'm allowed to riff with that. And but there's a lot of times, most of the time we're doing the podcast where I'm like, okay, all right, let's move on, because I'm sitting there, I'm balancing. Oh, Clint has a hard out, blah blah blah, whatever. We're not going to be able to use that, and I'm editing it in my head and stuff like that.
You have producer brain.
Yeah.
I will say though that a lot of your funniness also comes from physical humor, which like previously. people never got to see because
Yeah.
it was an audio format. And
Yeah.
so that was always your strong suit, was like physical comedy.
This is true.
But yes, Ian is very funny, but he also, this podcast has to have a straight man or else it would be absolute fucking bananas nonsense.
Yeah, I remember that time when someone requested or suggested that just you and I do a podcast.
And we were
It was
like, what are you talking about? And because he's the one who does the research and has all of the movie knowledge, like he's just like default straight man. So
we have a comment here from Miles. Are there plans to cover the making of the 2006 Disney Pixar film Cars, where co-director Joe Ranft died in a car accident in August 2005?
oh my god, that's terrible.
I didn't thought about doing Cars. I can look into it. I don't remember. I remember when he died, and then there was the thing with Wall-E, and like that was one of. He was part of that idea and stuff like that. But no, I'll put it on the list.
We'll
and
look into it. That and The Peacemaker, but we have done Good Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the only Pixar we've done?
Ratatouille.
Oh, Ratatouille.
That's right,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
And
man, so good.
and I plan to redo my Toy Story video.
Okay, so some Pixar coming your way.
And Michael Van Sant does say, Ian, don't worry, you were very funny. I sometimes still think of you from the Rogue One podcast yelling, where are the adults?
So I don't even remember. There are so many jokes in this where I'm like, we said that? Like people will like comment our jokes back at us, and I'll go, oh, okay. I
Yeah,
guess it's-
When you're riffing, you don't remember that.
You don't
shit.
remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, we probably have enough time to do like maybe one more favorite moment, and then we're gonna do some gifts.
Okay. Let's see.
So pick your most favorite moment.
This is Paper and Light. Saying his favorite moment was when I teared up watching the montage at the end of Wizard of Oz episode. YouTube doesn't usually make me cry. Damn you, Ian. Sorry.
Gotcha.
No, it got me, dude.
I know.
It
know.
was
That was
a good
that was a
one.
very difficult edit. That one.
Yeah.
That one went through a lot of work.
One thing I do always like reminding our listeners of is that I am just like them in the sense that I am not part of the editing process. I'm not part of the choosing the film process or the research process. When it comes to the videos, like I'm literally watching it at the same time they are. Like I've seen the comments where they're like, it's midnight, I guess I'm going to be watching this episode. I'm like, oh, excellent. I'll watch that the next day. Like I watched it with them. I'm not part of the behind the scenes for those. And so when I saw the Wizard of Oz movie video, and I didn't know you were doing it. I didn't know you were, because usually you'll tell me,
I
oh
don't
yeah, I'm
tell you
working on
about
this
the
video.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, oh yeah, I'm doing this video, but like I didn't know about the Wizard of Oz one at all. So I'm watching. I'm just like, God damn you, Ian. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one of yours.
Yep.
Is the Wizard of Oz.
It's a
I've
good
watched
one.
it. Oh, I've watched it multiple times. If I feel like I need a good cry,
I gotta get some emotions out.
yeah.
Turn
I'm a
turn on
robot. I
YouTube.
don't.
Actually, did someone say that in the comments? Like, oh, Ian, oh yeah, you said read that one. Like, you're actually human form. Ray and I have actually just gotten really good at engineering
Yeah.
and AI.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm an AI like.
An automaton.
What is it? Those streamers that put like a digital like anime girl
An
on
anime
them.
girl. Yeah.
You just put a mildly interesting looking white guy.
Listen,
Milk
if we
toast.
had that kind of skill, why would we put like a just generic
I
white
know.
dude in this podcast?
Yeah.
You
Like
gotta be better
spice it
chin.
up. Spice it up.
Yeah. Spice it up.
All right. Do you have read one of your last favorite ones.
Some Joe F. It's small, but I constantly think about this joke. It was about TMZ misconstruing what happened on the Mr. and Mrs. Smith set and some of the hypothetical salacious comments. So playing sexy ping pong, playing with balls, and Clint Blunt yelling, "They're fucking."
Yeah, there some one of our patrons who became a patron and then showed us this video. Weaver
Weaver of Passion. Yeah.
Weaver of Passion animated that. We'll share that out again.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It is
Oh.
amazing.
It's really
The
funny.
animation
So
they
good.
did.
So if
was
someone
so
already
funny.
has that, put it in the chat. Like
yeah, that so that moment, if it's your favorite moment, has now been animated.
yeah,
So
it's great.
that's good. All right. So Raf C said, "Oh, there's a lot. The Peter Sohn / Bob Peterson bit, the Sean Connery's
See,
death.
there's a fucking example of I
Yeah.
have no idea. I did not plan on that, and then these fuckers went on.
We just like went off on it, and now it lives
Now
in
it's
the
a thing.
lore. Yeah, Sean Connery's death recurring gag, the insert the James Bond title bit, Zach Galligan remembering Gremlin shooting better than his co-star Phoebe Cates, and the balls of taking a stand with Starship Trooper. All episodes have a hidden gem. All things coming from Ray. Oh my God, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And Clint's useless memorabilia and great voice accents.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got a lot of memorabilia. I got a lot of shit.
And finally, Ian bringing a lot of knowledge and some kind of order to the chaos. Yep.
He's the cat wrangler for you and me.
Wrangling those
There's
cats.
a lot of that.
Oh boy.
Before we get into well, I guess just again, thank you everybody who sent in questions, who sent in favorite moments. Sorry we weren't able to get to everybody's, but we did read all of them and had like a lovely time reading through these. So
Yeah, for sure.
But we do have a couple of like facts to share before we.
I mean, I only have really the one.
Yeah. Well, I have from the survey, we asked everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we asked everybody on this survey where we asked you for your favorite moment and such, like what your top 3 videos and episodes were. So these are the top 3. I'll start with the favorite videos from the bottom up. So
number 3.
number
videos.
3,
Okay.
top favorite video. This one surprised me. The Fugitive.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you
So
go.
it was a good one.
You know what I really love about that one? Fucking thumbnail. Off the cuff.
That's
like
a good thumbnail.
improv because
That
they're
was good.
improving.
That's
and
right.
then he's off the chain. Come on.
Yeah.
Come
That
on.
was good.
There's
When
a
that-
shocking amount of work goes into those thumbnails.
When that video came out, there was a part of me that was like, oh fuck, now like I don't get to do that as a podcast episode.
Yeah.
I do love The Fugitive.
Yeah, I know. I
was
remember
like,
you-
oh,
I
why can't you do
remember you
this
told me that.
as
That's a good-
episode?
Interesting. Cool. All right.
Yeah. Number 2, Back to the Future.
Awesome.
Wow, okay.
Love it.
Good one.
I remember making that one. I was slightly drunk when I came up with the idea of putting the shit at the beginning of the video. I remember doing that.
So either you got to be slightly drunk for your best ideas, or you got to be running out of the shower
Out of
naked.
the shower. Drunk in the shower? Fucking
Yeah.
forget about it.
He's got like a beer koozie thing or whatever, like a
Just
like a little
like,
coaster
Beer.
there. Not
Yeah.
beer.
It's always a tumbler of whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yeah, he's just there's like
It's in one of my shampoo bottles.
yeah.
Like Charlie from Always Sunny.
Yeah. Makes me all. No, I think it's. You can tell when there's videos that are like my passion, and I think Back to the Future definitely. You can feel how much I love that movie.
Yeah, that one and Arrested, I know, is one. Like, that one turned out so good because you love that show so much that just, like, the detail in it is, like, really good.
Yes.
Oh, I know. Like the average Joe who's watching the Arrested Development was like, "That was a good video," but the people who are like, "No," like,
Yeah,
Really
if you
big
know
fans.
Arrested Development, if you're a fan of Arrested
You watch
Development,
that,
that is the best video I've made and will probably ever make because I fucking love that video.
All right. And number 1, drumroll,
Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Wizard of Oz.
Wow.
So I was, I'm not surprised by Wizard of Oz. People really love that one. I was a little surprised by The Fugitive, not because it's not good, but because it's kind of like a lesser known one.
Yeah, for sure.
I was really shocked that No One's was Batman, which is the video that
Yeah,
initially
exploded,
exploded.
yeah.
So anyway,
there you go.
That is kind
so
of
those are the top 3 videos, and then top 3 episodes.
podcast episode.
Podcast episodes. Number 3, this lines up with the video. Back to the Future 2 and 3.
I
Interesting.
mean, there was someone over here talking about that they were super sick in Thailand with COVID, and one of their favorite moments was listening to that and like having a blast. And they couldn't sleep, and they couldn't stop laughing. And
I hope us making them laugh didn't like exacerbate their
Exacerbate the-
symptoms.
it made it worse.
Yeah.
No, laughter is the best medicine.
That's
Or
true.
Don't you know that?
Yeah, no, it releases endorphins. Yeah, absolutely.
No, that's so great to hear because that is a lot of even though I kind of designed it to get people into the podcast deliberately, I have not gone back to that episode ever, so I have no idea if it's interesting or not. So, but at least it has been a gateway for people to enjoy.
Yeah, people
the other
coming
side
from
of
the
show.
videos
Yeah.
to the podcast,
Yeah.
right?
Cool.
Episode number 2, this will come as no surprise to anybody.
Empires. No?
No. Quantum of Solace. So
I'm gonna
God.
re-listen to that one on the drive home.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then number 1, drumroll again.
Empires of the Deep.
Empires of the
Yeah,
Deep.
of
Yep.
course. There was another someone that said their favorite moment about it was that It's the perfect example of why I love this show. A story you've never found otherwise. Fantastic commentary and such great chemistry between you all.
That one was a fun one.
What did I tell you guys to watch? Did I tell you guys to watch something? Or you just didn't have anything?
No, I don't think we watched anything.
I know. Yeah, I didn't trick you.
You didn't trick us.
Yeah.
There's a Weaver of Passion also did an animated version of a moment from Empires of the Deep. So that one is also
Very funny.
so
good.
funny.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that was the top 3 videos and top 3 podcast episodes voted by you, the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so should I do Was It Worth It?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry.
we took all of our episodes and we made a spreadsheet of everybody that of all of our scores of whether or not we said yes, it was worth it, no, or kind of. And we did so all of our podcast episodes, taking mostly the movies that we talked about very deliberately. And some of the rewind episodes where we talk about the videos that we've done on Patreon. So of the 74 movies and TV shows, what do you think your percentage is? Like, what do you guys think we're going to land on? Who said yes the most? Who said no the most? Who said like...
Mine are probably pretty like in the middle. I feel like he probably had more worth it, and I feel like you had more not worth it.
I think that's exactly what I'm thinking. I think I was like, yes, it was worth it. Ray is more of like, maybe. But you're like, no, it wasn't worth it.
You are dead on. Yes. But the numbers actually really surprised me.
Okay.
Because it was, for me, 34, yes, 16, kinda, 24, no.
Okay.
Ray, you were 34, yes.
Okay.
14, kinda, 26, no. So 2 lower no's.
Okay.
Clint, you were only at 35 yeses.
35 yes.
So 1 more yes than the other of us.
Interesting.
The other 2. Same kindas, 16 each, and then 23 no's.
Interesting.
So you did have the less no's, but not by much.
Not by much,
Yeah.
And only 1 extra yes. I thought it was going to be way different.
Like, yeah.
Because if you listen to the
surprising.
podcast, you know that I love everything.
Yeah, I know.
Everything is worth it.
Yeah. That is pretty
Are we
surprising.
living-
But I feel like we all landed at like pretty close to around the same place.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was
Yeah.
kind of interesting.
That was fascinating.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the spreadsheet and it's all over the map, but after you average it all out, it's,
Yeah.
I don't know, thought that was kind of interesting.
Thanks, by the way, to our patrons for filling out that
Yeah.
spreadsheet. We were just
God
like,
knows we weren't going to re-listen to them.
we're just like, listen, we know y'all have listened to this podcast a million times. Like, can you please go tell us how many times we said like yes, no, maybe,
Yes,
like,
no, maybe.
And
Yeah.
left some really funny comments in that spreadsheet. That was really funny.
Seriously, yeah, the spreadsheet was really, really good.
That's amazing.
All
Okay.
right. So we got a couple things left to do here. Gifts.
Gifts. Okay.
So in true terrible co-host fashion, Clint and I did not get Ian anything.
it's a fucking birthday,
We
guys.
didn't tell you. We did not tell you that you were obligated to bring a gift.
Yeah, no,
You came to a birthday party and didn't bring shit.
I just turned 40. What the fuck did you guys get me? Oh. Okay.
So yeah, no, Ian got something for me apparently that I don't know about, and then
Oh.
also you.
This is okay. So this is not necessarily. This is more for the show.
Oh, okay.
But
I want to open it.
So this is I'm gonna give it to you to open. So this is for Jenny Ray to open. This is for the show. Someone posted this in our Discord, and I was like, well, we have to have that. So go
Oh,
ahead.
you want me to go? Okay. Oh, someone posted it in our Discord.
Yes.
Okay.
Go
Wow, this is
quick.
thick wrapping paper.
Oh, it's a ticket to the shit show. Plush.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I remember this. I don't remember who posted it, but it was really funny. I remember being like, I want that. It's a little plushie that says, "Welcome to the shit show."
That is
So good.
super cute. Let me see.
This little ticket.
I love it.
Oh, that's so good.
That is good. It's got like this like weighted like beans or whatever in there, so it can just
really?
sit nicely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can just put it right here on
Yeah,
top
it's
of the
gonna be
box
our
there.
little mascot.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Cute.
The Punchkins.
Yeah,
oh my
see,
god,
there
adorable.
you go.
I love it.
So wait, now this is for me. What is this?
This is for. What is this? What is it? What? How dare you?
That's not what I'm
So-
going for.
What is this? Okay, so this is a present for Clint that it's a Venn diagram of two things that you're very passionate about.
Oh, okay. I mean,
He's super passionate about both these things.
Loves it.
is it a Lego set of podcasters?
They exist.
Oh, yay! It's okay. Oh my god.
I wrapped it too good.
Oh.
You're being so facetious.
As I said, two things you're very passionate about.
I'm
You're
very
passionate about
Lego,
Legos.
and I'm passionate about how much I fucking hate Stitch.
It's like it's the perfect Ian gift because it's like very thoughtful, but there's also a little bit of like a fuck you.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I like you enough to get you a gift, but also you're
Just gonna enjoy.
But I'm gonna be a little bit of a bastard. Yeah,
It's gonna
that's
be
fantastic. Oh my god, I will build this. That's so funny.
Yeah, your girls will love it.
They'll love it. Yeah, thank you. Sincerely, this is really cool. That you did this.
Oh, so good.
I hate Stitch so much.
It was like one of the. I remember when you said that, I was like, "What?" Not that I'm like a huge Stitch fan or anything, but I was like, something Clint doesn't like,
And it's Disney.
and
Yeah.
it's Disney.
this fucking thing.
Yeah.
When you first shook it and it was Lego, I'm like, my first thought was, oh no, Ian bought me Lego.
I already have it.
There's a good chance I have it.
Have it.
So this,
I
you
was
knew.
pretty. I felt like safe bet that you didn't have
I
that.
did not have this. It's okay. It's not that I absolutely hate Stitch. I hate how popular he is for no apparent reason, because he's annoying. And like, oh god,
Kids love him.
kids, I guess so.
Kids
oh
love
my
'em.
God, this is amazing. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it.
We also have some gifts for you, the fans. So we designed a handful of new designs that are now currently live in our TeePublic shop. And we have a promo code going on right now. So you get 30% off anything that is not already discounted today and tomorrow if you use the code HAPPY5. So HAPPY 5, you'll get 30% off. And I was gonna just show everybody
Change your hat.
Yeah.
a little. Oh yeah, change your hats. But I'm gonna show everybody here the new designs because they're pretty damn funny. Oh, and it kind of goes with like there was a question from Josh Yu. He asked, any chance of trademarking Coked Up Trailer Bros? Would love to see some merchandising. Well, Josh Yu, you're in luck. So one of the new designs that we did is this emergency fedora. Which is I don't remember what it was. Was it Wolfman? I think it was Wolfman.
It was Wolfman
But
episode.
that was from a recent episode of Clint joking about how he needed an emergency fedora.
That was the
because
name of my ska band.
Oh yes, shiny head. So we sang a little bit of a ska song that I think I cut out because I was like, that's probably too annoying. But we were like, emergency fedora.
Yeah.
I have fucking had that line stuck in my. Hold on, I gotta go back to the
Reload that page.
camera. Is it not reloading?
No, because I think it's the old. There's not everything on it yet. I think.
Oh, okay. I will reload.
What is this? What episode is this from? The Calm the
Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, what is that from?
It's directly to the. I mean, it's just.
Oh,
January
it's
always
Coked Out
comes.
Trailer Bros.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah, okay. So stop trying to get me to do improv. Wasn't up there. Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got emergency fedora, Clint ska band.
Yep.
We've got just this nice like Hollywood sign, shit show, making stuff is hard, which is our tagline.
I love how you took off the eye, because when you're in the end of the episode, it's like, and shit without the
Without
eye.
the eye,
Yeah.
I love
the eye is
that.
just like down there being sad. Stop trying to get me to do improv. If you
Yes.
have
Which-
some people in your life who incessantly are trying to get you to do improv and you want them to stop,
You did not show me that when you were showing me the images. You did not show me this one.
I
just made it
It was
yesterday.
kind of new.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because I fucking love that.
Yeah.
If this one was up, like, I would have ordered that one. I think
Yeah,
I'm
that
still
was a
going
good
that
one. Those next two are kind of perfect for people who have those people in their life.
Yes. And then Calm the Fuck Down and this really super cool graphic 80s tee of the Coked Out Trailer Bros are both from Coked Out Trailer Bros. Because I was like, those Coked Out Trailer Bros need to calm the fuck down.
Yes,
So,
that's right.
anyway, if you need your Coked Out Trailer Bros merch, it's there.
Go click into that one.
This one?
Make it bigger. Yeah. That one took a lot of fucking work. This
Yeah.
was Jenny Ray's idea.
This was my idea, but Ian's artistic talent, is it not loading? There we go. Haha. Oh,
But yeah, so
ooh.
there is those new styles. We don't get around to doing.
We haven't done new designs in a really long time. So anyway,
Yeah. And so I
That's,
figured we get a bunch of new ones before our 5-year.
Yeah.
And now that we have the discount going on, get one.
yeah.
Looks like Cutthroat says, I ordered that shirt, but which shirt?
Coked Out Trailer Bros, obviously.
Oh, come on. It's going to be the emergency fedora, right? Or stop trying to get me to do
Stop trying
improv.
to get me to do improv. I'm gonna order that shirt.
I think you
I'm
should.
gonna get a full ensemble.
I think
I'm
you
gonna
should.
wear it every episode.
Yeah.
You're just like a shirt with the sticker and the hat.
Yep. Oh yeah. Speaking of hat, I guess this is one of the hats that we bought.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the image, the comment at Clint, one of the podcasters of all time, with 1 like and 2 dislikes. Yeah, that's my favorite Easter egg of this whole entire thing. I love this hat now.
So
I got my own face on a hat. This is the definition of a hat on a hat.
a hat on a hat. A hat daddy on a hat.
I wonder how many people you're gonna see. They're like, wait a minute,
What is
is
it?
that you?
Yeah, they're gonna look at that and be like, "What the?"
They're like, bro, what? Yeah, so anyway, if you go to tpublic.com/it-was-a-shit-show, and we can post this somewhere later.
Yeah, and the promo code Happy5.
Happy5, you'll get 30% off. Anything that's not already discounted. So yeah. And then last thing here is we have a patron named Cal, aka Fresh, who is donating a month of Method Director Patreon membership for us just to raffle off. So in that survey that we had everyone fill out, we got a bunch of names, did a little raffle. I have it here. I have the wheel of names. Let me go to it.
Wheel of names.
Wheel
names.
up shit.
So yeah, so we're gonna spin this guy here. This should be everybody, either email or name who wanted to be entered on the survey. We're gonna spin it, and if it's you, we're gonna send you a little like access code from Cal for a month of Method Director Patreon membership.
Which gets you access to all the DVD extras. So the extra episodes that we've done, where we talk about films that to live for. We go through each of our own favorite films, our films that made us cry, all this films that made us feel little something that we shouldn't have.
Sexiest film.
I need to watch. I need to listen to that again because I don't remember those. I mean, I remember doing, but I don't remember my answers.
And then the new episode that just dropped today, which is the making of It Was a Shit Show, was a shit show.
Yep.
So
And
go into all the dirty details.
You mentioned earlier that I just want to say it's a 2.5-hour bonus episode, which is probably the longest bonus episode we've ever done.
I just saw your eye twitch
Yes.
just
I was
thinking
like-
about it.
Because it was
3.5 hours.
It was 3 hours and like 50
Yeah, that's
minutes.
right.
Like we recorded for such a long time, and like we trying to cut that down into a manageable like amount of time. Anyway, so if you want to learn all about the behind the scenes of this show,
And then also all the
Patreon.
director's cut episodes of the
Yep.
podcast, which like we talked about on Starship Troopers, which is about 40 minutes longer, 45
Yeah.
minutes longer.
yeah, there's usually about 15 minutes of extra content in the director's cuts if you're interested. So yeah, patreon.com/it-was-a-shit-show.
All right.
All right.
Wheel of shit.
Okay, click to spin. Here we go.
Where it
Wait,
stops.
are you sharing it?
Nobody knows.
Yeah, I'm sharing it on the stream. Everyone can
So
see.
the person is.
Control X throw.
Oh my god. Ivan Ortiz.
Yes, Ivan Ortiz.
Woo, woo, woo. I don't know if Ivan's on the chat.
Ivan, are you here on the chat?
Oh wait, hold on. We're a little bit delayed on the. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Ivan, if you're here.
Ivan.
If-
Okay.
if you're here,
Regardless, we'll email you.
Yes. Regardless, we will email you, Ivan, for your access code for the Method Director tier of Patreon. So, Yeah.
That's
it, y'all.
that is it. Thank you all for joining us. This was a bit of an undertaking for us who don't really quite understand how any of this works. So I'm just kind of making it up as we
We're
go.
40 years old.
Yeah, now that we know how to do this, maybe we'll do more live streams.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll see.
I love it.
Oh, no, really. There's a bunch of people saying my name in the chat. Oh.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Paper and Light. Wow, this was fun. Congrats, guys. Thank you, Paper and Light.
Man, thanks, Paper and Light.
I
And-
think it's go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, if you haven't seen Paper and Light's videos or his YouTube channel, please go check that out.
Click.
His videos are stellar, so
Yeah,
please go watch that stuff.
Your graphic design alone makes me go, God, shit, I need to step up my game.
Yeah. But yeah, I think.
I would just say that this has been a fun random journey. It's kind of crazy how you just make stuff. You just make it, and then you just put it out into the world, and you go, here's this, and how people gravitate towards it, and how people respond to it, and like all these stories about these people talking about their favorite moments, and you don't expect that. We got a really fabulous email about somebody that was having memory issues, and their first memory that they remembered was the podcast, and you're like, I would have never thought of that ever happening. Because we're just making shit and throwing it out there.
Or just three people in a basement.
Three people in a basement. And so it's just absolutely incredible and gratifying that you guys stick with us and even like what we do. I like doing it. You guys like doing it? Was it worth it?
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty worth it.
Oh, it's so worth it. My wife does also think it's worth it when I tell her, "Oh, Ian paid me."
She's like, yes.
Oh, okay, fine.
She's like,
She's
yes.
like, all right,
cool.
fine. You can go hang out with your basement friends for 4 hours, I guess.
No, this has definitely been worth it. I still am just so grateful that you both thought of me for this journey to join you to do this, because this has been just like the highlight of a lot of the creative stuff that I do. You know, I do a lot of creative things, but this is seriously like top tier for me of just how much fun I have, how much I get to enjoy connecting with people, and through our Discord, through our Patreon, through YouTube. Just it's been fantastic. So yeah, thank you for checking this out. Thank you for having me be a part of this.
Yeah.
It's gonna really suck when we have to do that competition
Yeah, I
show
know.
to replace
Yeah,
you.
but I will be a fair judge. I'll make sure that they can live up to the Clint standard.
No, I still want you to dress up in disguise and try to get it back
All
on.
right, okay, I'll do that. I'll be wearing the stop trying to make me do improv shirt.
I really hate improv.
I do this ironically. Yeah.
Says like a British accent or something.
Yeah, right. Crocky.
And then I record our first episode, then your nose drops off.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Well, I know you.
Hang on.
You have very similar tattoos.
Yeah, I don't cover any of my tattoos at all.
Weird. We have another friend who's really into the haunted mansion. That's odd.
Oh, cool.
No. I really wanted this job, so I got the same
The
tat.
same
Yeah.
tattoos.
I
I'm
did the
dedicated.
research online.
Yeah,
I should try doing an impression of somebody doing an impression of me.
like an
Okay.
Inception impression.
Yeah, like I'll find out.
Inception impression.
I'll ask you to do an impression of me, and then I'll do an impression of that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Next live stream.
Yep.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. It's been a blast. Thanks so much, everybody in the chat, for engaging. Thanks everyone who sent in your questions and favorite shit show moments, and thanks all fans and patrons and everyone for engaging with this. Like the show would not be what it is without you guys. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.